So we just restarted the server. Everything's good. And my headset decided to blow up. So reset everything and we should be good. And so, yeah, it's going to turn out to be a pretty nice jam. I look forward. This is one of those that's going to evolve quite well. That it's going to start off like nice empty desert land and then just evolve into this beautiful, like lit up craziness. So let's get back to the jam. Get my horizon line set up. Every time it has the wonky way I wear my headset must change alignment. All right. There we are. Everything should be good. Good again. Hello, hello. Is it a bit brighter in here? Is it a bit bright in here? Brighter in here?
A little.
Let's turn that sun down. This oppressive sun. There we are. That feels a little nicer. Oh, Vegas, were you around to see the trees?
These little ones that like fall. Yes. I did.
Oh, that makes my heart happy. This is what belongs in the world. All right, let's put that back. I love this tree.
Terraform the whole desert.
Yeah, totally. So, these we'll have to delete these manually though. That's my fault. But worth it. Completely worth it. Tree. By the way, that's Anomalous's voice. It's pitch altered.
Right.
Hello, everyone on stream. We're just getting everything back in order. More people will be popping in shortly. Let's get this. Hopefully we don't have the infinite loading assets problem again. If not, then I will want to cry because we just started everything back up. Is everyone else loaded in?
I am not.
Oh no! No! Like usually resetting a world fixes that. What's your amount?
Like all these images. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't. Maybe like 2,000-3,000.
Oh, see, it might be upping. Oh man,
the pictures are loaded in for me this time.
Yeah, all the photos are loaded in for me.
Right. I see the images, but not like I don't see any of the 3D models.
Yeah, I don't either yet. So maybe what we'll have to do is, if it keeps if it keeps going past 5,000 or something crazy like that, then before I reset it, since we've already done that and it didn't work, I'll have to go in and hunt down maybe the possible offender that might be like crushing our world. If that's the case, hopefully not. Meanwhile, I guess I'll just start cleaning up some stuff.
Right. There was like a little thing over here that just never loaded for me, like before we restarted.
Which thing?
Might be it. It's invisible right now, but it was like right here-ish.
Okay, so some object. Okay, well, we'll see what it is and see what we can do. Okay. Let's see, is this okay? That's one of the tooltips. Keep that here. Let's grab the other tooltips that's convex one, and then we'll have both of these out for people if they want to use. That isn't. That looks like the convex hull. Yeah. Wee. Oh, what? You can just in the middle of it? Oh, that's cool. That is super cool. Oh my god. That makes this tip infinitely more cool.
Adjusting?
It just I can't remember. It's been a little while. Let me see. Let's see what I did. It drives the point spread, in the convex hull. It drives it between a
Okay.
certain value to another value, and you can basically adjust that so it's a bit nicer.
Mhm.
So we'll keep these around for people. Hey, welcome, Bean. You're already back from Germany. That was quick.
Yes, it was indeed. Hello.
Hello.
Always nice to see you.
I mean, it was just over the border, so
Are you now an illegal German immigration?
yes,
Do you
sure.
have any good beer?
I just went indoor skiing for a day.
Oh, that's fun. Indoor skiing?
Left me wanting for going to actually ski in the mountains again, though. But oh well.
Nice. Do you ski much?
I wouldn't say much, honestly. Usually at least once a year. But we go to like the mountains, like to Austria.
That's cool. Oh, nice.
And we just go like ski there for like a week or so, or a little longer.
That's super cool. I'm listening to you, by the way. What I'm doing is it's taking forever to load in. I have a hunch, which I hope that that's wrong, that
It is taking forever.
that the
We
load.
have a lot of images.
Well, you'd think that it was that, but we're now on asset 3000 something.
I have loaded in.
Oh, you
I've
loaded
also
in?
loaded.
Everyone else loaded in?
Yep.
Oh, that's a good sign. Okay, good. That means everything is in
Not
order.
yet.
It's just much now.
Okay.
I just finished actually.
Holy crap. Okay, well, I'm going to just start slowly trying to kill all the extra stuff. Like all these photos, I'm going to organize them and then put them somewhere, and people can just grab the share folder and look at it. And we'll just have a
Another-
couple out. The Dust Devils, we might reduce if there ends up becoming problems. I like them a lot, but maybe I'm trying to isolate the problem.
Mhm.
But
We
otherwise,
made
yeah.
the statue a bit bigger so we can see it from here.
Yeah, we totally need to. We can make it bigger. We can make this thing giant. I mean, it already is pretty good. But so Bean,
really?
which statue are you talking about? Oh, your all statue?
Fufu.
Oh, your statue. Yeah, yours is already huge. Yeah, that's super funny. Yeah, feel free. Make it huge. Make it huge. That's
Hey,
okay.
That's the first time I'm doing something that's good enough.
What's that?
Is that good enough?
Yeah, you can make
Is
it
it
larger if
good?
you want. Yeah, you can make it larger if you want even. It's okay. Yeah, it's good.
All right.
So Bean, are you familiar with Burning Man?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay, time to give you a little inundation of it. So I thought, since there's an event going on, Burning Man, right now, and normally it's a very large event that has 70, 80,000 people, and that's everyone camping, and that's that area. Well, let me get out my laser tip.
Paint is always with us in our hearts.
We didn't think you were going to be here, so we made a little tribute, a bean tribute. We were even thinking about making a beamed area that you'd have to set tribute to memes, like you'd have to.
Oh no.
Oh,
Whatever you're holding, it's not loaded for me, by the way.
do you not see
That
the
image-
laser? Oh, it isn't.
Oh, I
crap.
can see that there is an image there. It's just not loaded. They're like slowly
What
loading in
about
one
this
at a
image?
time.
Is this image loaded? This one?
That one is.
Okay. This is the Burning Man character, like their icon and everything. What about this?
Nope.
Crap. Okay, we're not looking at that yet. So they burn this
Sorry,
every
just
time.
loading it.
No worries. They burn this every Burning Man. There's a different version of the Burning Man character, and it's burned.
Mhm.
And so people will bring in artwork, or they'll either bring in art or burn it afterwards. And so they have to break it down. You don't leave anything behind, which is really cool. And so we're going to have a giant jam we're going to burn right here. And we're going to burn that jam down right here as a spoof But people will make their own art region, so you can have your own little bean section somewhere that's this art region that maybe you have to make tributes, like to put memes on the altar, or you can make it really silly and playful. That a lot of the culture is meant to just have fun building. It doesn't mean it has to be anything that's professional art that you just come in and you make for fun. The idea is people are sharing, and you don't leave anything behind. So if people leave a mess, ideally they'll need to clean it up, including myself. And anything outside of this region, you can just make your own little art area. And if you want to make it,
one just loaded in.
and do you see any of these art vehicles yet over here?
I can see some.
Okay, these are mutant cars, so feel free to make a crazy vehicle you might want to drive around. You're not allowed to drive a regular car. You park your camper and that's it, or whatever thing you're storing, and then you can ride around in one of these things. They're the only authorized things besides bicycles to ride around in. The only person I know of offhand that's ever been to a Burning Man is besides friends, personal friends, is Anomalous. Like the only person that's actually working in here. He's actually been to one. And if you want to see some photos of what he's done, I think it's over here, maybe. Yeah. So out of insulation board, he made it this little yurt and then made the vehicle there. And so he's rebuilding what he had made in Burning Man, which is pretty fun.
That's awesome. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, isn't it? Man, I'm so jealous. I wish I could have been. Someday I plan on going, but in Altspace they have a big event of this going on in other places too.
Oh, cool.
And this is
Wait, is this like only on a certain date?
yeah,
Like, is this like your tradition on
For a
certain?
week.
Oh,
yeah, it's in a desert. In this desert that is, I guess I should. Is this loaded in for you?
yeah.
Okay.
Is there like live streams of this?
Burning Man? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like from the actual event?
Yeah. It won't be this year.
Oh,
Totally was a big brain idea because Corona, but they're having a virtual one, and so Altspace had like 200 people going on, and so you can visit what would it be like there. And so I already went to it. And you're welcome to go check them out too. It's fun. And so this playa right here, which is the entire lake plain.
I can't see that one.
Crap. Of course.
Sorry, I can't
No
see
worries.
that one.
How about any of these over here? See where the Twitch chat stream is? Anything over here?
Yeah.
Any of
I can
these?
see pretty much anything here. Like any of these images
Well,
I can see.
Either way, it's a desert with mountains. And so this desert, there's mountains far away, but this is all flat plain, and people once a year organize and park here in one of the different regions, and then they build art either in their area or all around here in these different parts. And there's different sections. There's a temple. Yeah, it's super cool. Like there's one of the temples. Isn't that neat?
That is hella neat.
Yeah, and so I thought we could recreate that and have a lot of fun building out. And you can see people are all dressed up crazy. You either have to set your artwork on fire, or break it down. So there's all kinds of cool stuff. Like, look at this thing.
This sounds like a very American thing, honestly.
What, setting things on fire, or just
all this.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's like this weird art collective thing.
I love this. This is beautiful, dude. I
Right?
love that.
And there's lots of stuff that involves interaction. Can you see the principles? This kind of like
Yeah, I can see
talks
it.
about it. So it's about
Actually loaded in
it's a
like
lot
a
about
second
including
ago.
people, and there's a lot of gifting. There's no selling stuff. You basically just give and trade and things like that. And encourages like participation and things like that. So a lot of stuff that Neos already has. So I was like, well, this will be fun. Exactly. It's about the symbolism. Thank you for. That's right. It is important that it's not like American, like, yeah, let's just burn shit. It's about like the renewal, and I'm assuming some of this I don't know 100%, but it's a lot of it there's a lot of symbolism in all of this. That's like maybe the releasing and letting of
Yeah,
go
I can
and
see
things like that.
I can see that. Like, this looks like a really cool event, and I actually like am a little bit sad that it won't be going on this year because I kind of wanted to see it.
Yeah, it's expensive. It's like
never knew this was a thing.
$1,200. For a ticket.
1,200 to
For a ticket.
participate.
Yeah, to
Oh,
be
for a
the
ticket.
and then
Oh God!
well, and then you have to
Let
bring
alone
in
just getting there.
yeah, getting there, and you have to basically have all your own food. It's like it's survival stuff. Like you
Damn.
have to be. It's hardcore, and I mean, Anomalous has done it.
So, how long? Like, I mean, where was this located again?
It's in Nevada, Black Rock
Nevada.
Desert. It's in Nevada, and basically,
My orientation isn't great. Does this happen to be the desert of like where Area 51 is also, or is this, or?
That was my mistake.
okay.
Okay.
I don't know. That one's Arizona, isn't it? Yeah. That's all right. There's a lot of desert. That's okay. You don't have to worry about it. Most Americans don't even understand where Belgium's at all, so don't worry about it.
Well, that's understandable. It's like a small ass country.
Yeah, but yeah,
Could be called a city in you guys' eyes, honestly.
but yeah, it's you know where Las Vegas is at, or just have a general idea. It's like
Somewhere.
that's the state. That's the state. What's that?
Okay.
You said Vegas, like we're Vegas.
Oh yeah,
I was
Las Vegas.
just
I'm
being
sorry.
a dumbass.
Yeah, yeah.
Vegas.
It's in you. Yeah, go inside. You're like, what? How am I in there? It's like,
Yeah, Vegas is
Viva
right here.
Las Vegas. Yeah, you just like go in. There's like casinos and all kinds of weirdness. You're like, what the hell? How do you do that? And you're like, you know, you know, little quantum this, a little bit of parallel worlds that. Everything's cool. Let's not talk about it.
I don't like to brag, so.
Yeah. No biggie. Just sold my soul and, you know, a little bit of extra stuff. But there was a really
Yeah.
special thing. That they have some really neat stuff there. One of them is they have a temple. I can't remember the name of it offhand, which is really bad that I don't remember it. But you can go there, and there's guardians there that you can talk to. They're really friendly. And inside there's offerings that you can make, but not like sacrifices of something, but more so like someone that you've missed or someone you care about. You can write an affirmation or a note, and you can place it in there. And so eventually you look around and there's all these beautiful things said about other people that they care about. And
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's also cool.
yeah, I figured everyone here would
something
really
I
dig
want to
it.
go to at some point.
Well-
That sounds hella dope.
I know it'd be super tough for us to all survive, but boy, wouldn't that be cool to have like a Neos group of people come to that sort of thing? That would be neat. I'd be down.
Man. It would cost a lot for me though.
Oh,
Just
me
let
too.
alone
My
just
goodness.
getting there.
What you mean
Yeah.
buying like basically you buy the Index headset or go to Burning Man? Well, actually, it's probably more than that. It's probably buying a whole rig, like buying the headset and the whole rig.
Right.
Wow, that's kind of crazy to think.
I
But
mean, if I'm gonna be working by then, it's like
yeah, you're like, psh, that's nothing.
I don't know.
Well, but my goal is that hopefully next year, since they did a metaverse one, hopefully that they'll continue with that, because I think that that's still in the same vein as that. Even if it's only temporary, that they only have it up for a little bit of time and then it's down, that they have some kind of metaverse experience that is part of this. That would be really neat to have. That, and I'd like Neos to be a part of it because it already has a lot of the principles that just kind of inherent in the group of people. Everyone's super nice and giving and accepting. And that's important. So. Yeah, that's my giant rant on all of it. So that's what we're making. We're just having fun. So you can have your own like Mimi area.
It's super interesting. I love it. It's good. It's nice. I was planning to join just to like talk a little bit, you know, like
Yeah,
be here.
sure.
But I might make something. I might not. I'm not too sure. Don't have all like.
If you
I
need
don't have
something
all
to
night.
do, we could like figure out how to make it nighttime, so we could do like a really cool
Yeah,
burning.
Sure.
Because I know last jam or the Blockbuster jam, you did the campfire, right? Which had that.
Oh yeah, but it was like a fake skybox though.
there's
Right,
another way to
right.
do
I
it.
can make a night I can make a day-night cycle in here.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
Cool.
Do you already know how to do that? I know that there's some places that show that. I know.
I wouldn't think it would be hard since this is still the default skybox. It's like the default skybox is the best skybox to make a day-night cycle on
You're right.
because it's literally like changing with just all you need to do is change the sun angle, and that's
Hmm.
basically it.
Well, there's more to it if you want to make it crazier. So we have that.
Oh yeah. Like that's the basic stuff. I'll see what I can do. Also,
yeah.
I just want to note, I literally just stopped loading everything
Wow. Yeah, it took me a while too.
Yeah.
just now, and
Here.
it was in
All
the
these
7,000s of
Oh,
assets.
wait, that's not what I'm looking for. I forgot it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I need to
So,
to
yeah.
cut that down. I'm gonna probably get rid of all of the pictures and make it so it's just a couple, and then we can load in
Get
more.
the optimizing tool out and just.
Oh,
Right.
you're not supposed to
Well,
use
if
that. I
these are all
think.
like 4K, then they're each like 10
Oh.
megabytes or something.
Yeah, it's a mean thing. I need to cut it down.
Yeah, these images are rough.
Big boys. Yeah, I'll fix that. There we are. Now this is an example of the cycle. Another cycle. Neos, East Japan.
Hey, Nez.
Hey, Nez, what's up?
What's up, Metro?
How are you doing?
Good. Oh my god, my dev tool's huge.
Trying to fill in a good joke.
Nez.
There we are. Yeah, so we're working on a Burning Man type world. Are you familiar with Burning Man?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's easy.
I've also been watching the stream, so I'm fairly well caught up.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Oh, Area 51 is in Nevada too, Vegas. So it is in. So yeah, Area 51 is in Nevada.
Oh,
It's 442 miles away from Black Rock City, which is like 800 plus kilometers
So
distance.
I was right.
Yeah, it is a different looking
I don't know,
distance.
It's like a 6-hour drive.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. The states are huge, which is pretty cool actually.
6-hour drive.
Yeah, some
Right.
some countries, you know, you can go
Like
through in a
from
couple
Black
hours.
Rock.
Yeah,
So you'd probably have to fly into Vegas and then drive to Black Rock, which is probably like what, an hour or two, and then there to the site.
It's
So like
for
an
me.
8-hour drive.
whew,
Oh god,
nuts.
8 hours.
Yeah.
Probably like
And for
in
you,
8
it would be
hours.
after like a like a 10-hour flight.
Oh, totally. It
Yes.
would be ruthless.
I've traveled for longer. I've literally almost traveled for like 23 hours. That was
Oh,
the
man.
longest. It was hell.
Oh my goodness. Were you taking train?
Oh, no car.
Oh man,
I wasn't driving though, so still.
that's good.
I was actually the bus, cause like, it was like a bus of a group. I think it was when I went on skiing actually, and it was like way too far, and we had so many stops, and it made it so it was 23 hours.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Oh man,
Oh,
trying to sleep in a bus is fucking. That's a nightmare.
oh man, I can. There's some kind of like I have some special ability where I can just like knock myself out on buses. I think it's when I was growing up, my mom would just like put me in the car and drive, and I would be conked out, and so I think it's some kind of residual from that stuff. Get rid of all the art cars. How's the MMC working out for you all?
It is good. I had some progress today. I'm working on a personal thing first.
Hmm.
I'll also be making something with Shorty.
Oh, cool.
So I'm waiting for that a little bit more since like the time I'm on, he usually isn't. So
Mm.
when I have my week of vacation again, I'll be able to help him on that mostly.
Oh crap! I was like, what happened?
I made grass. That's what I've done so
Oh,
far.
okay.
I
Nice.
can give you a little sneak peek of a picture,
Yeah.
a little small sneak peek.
So if you all are having anybody that's wanting to build anything here and is having a hard time thinking of ideas, let me know. I can help you out.
No context. Here's the image.
Oh, it's still loading for me.
Wait,
What?
Is it
No
like
way!
a,
Factoria! Holy shit! Oh, what?
no way.
Oh my god! I'm super excited. All the cool stuff people are gonna build. Oh my god! That or it's a meme machine. You put in memes and it spits out other memes. I'm okay with that too.
I'll just say the conveyor belts actually work. You can put items on it and it'll go.
Oh, that's so
what
cool.
the hell just happened? Why am I on New Vegas?
Oh
You
god.
just ran into me and I'm on.
Sorry.
Wait,
It's
where
weird.
are you at?
work?
Where are you at?
No.
Oh, you can be. That's
Weird.
great. I didn't realize your boobs had like a special.
Why do
You-
you
you-
boobs
but-
in the seat?
I guess I don't blame you. That same thing with purple. Who-
It's for Rue. But
Oh shit. You
Well-
just were flying into me. Like my hand was just out and it was like
it's weird.
Things that
Normally,
happen in
you shouldn't
VR.
do that unless you're in like
I
normal mode. It
accidentally
shouldn't do that.
went into your boobs.
Yeah, you're like, yep. Sorry, I just flew and like I caught in your boob net.
But yeah, a lot of work still needs to be done. In
Oh my
this,
gosh, that's so
A
awesome.
lot of work already has been done. I have Unreal Panda to thank for these models. Actually, he was making them,
Mhm.
and since he was making all of these models, I was like, "You want to just be part of the group?"
Who was it? Shorty?
No, Shorty. I'm working on a different project actually, but I'm only doing the logics on that one. This one I'm more involved into. Which is I'll be making everything logics based or event based or whatever. The part that has been done by Unreal Panda is the models at this point, but he's doing a great job actually at doing these and keeping the style.
That's so cool. Who is it? Unreal Panda? I don't know them.
Unreal Panda, you've seen them a few times.
Oh, Unreal Panda.
They're
Oh,
the-
I didn't. Yes, yes, yes.
they're the person,
Oh, that's cool. I
yeah.
didn't realize Unreal Panda could make does modeling. That's cool.
He said he enjoyed it, so I mean, I was like, all right, go ahead.
Is he doing the soundtrack and the music and stuff too?
I don't know, don't think so. He just wanted to make models.
That's cool.
And I was like, hell yeah. So I made some particles for it too. And
Nice.
yeah, made a huge list as you can see here, which is not even half of what we're probably gonna do, but oh well. It'll be fine. It'll be
That's
fine.
all right. I believe in you. You know how to crunch things in time. You've done that. It's not your first time like trying to pull off something crazy.
Alright, well,
So
enough about that. I will now see if I can do anything about this day night cycle thing.
sure. I'm just putting all these art cards in here so everyone doesn't have to load 500,000 pictures
Mm-hmm.
so far. Look at this vehicle. Ridiculous. Does it even move like motorized?
Defeat dinner.
What? I guess it does. Weird.
Wait, it's weird vehicles that we want, right?
They mutant cars. Yeah, so you can make some kind of crazy like you use your vehicle thing and then
Someone made like a weird vehicle out of me.
oh
that
please
count?
yes it does. Put that in here. Yeah, we need to ride that. Here, I'm riding that around right now.
Hold on.
Oh yeah,
It's not a drivable thing though, but I
not
mean,
yet.
Okay.
Not
You
yet.
can just sit in it.
That sounds like a challenge.
I mean, I can just slap my drivable logics on it and call it a day.
Totally. Yeah, you need a Beanmobile. You know, you
Oh,
need a
man.
sweet ride. And you could sound all sleazy, like you want to ride the Beanmobile, and people are like, "Oh, you're gross," and like, "No, it's right over there." And you're like, "Oh."
You want to ride the Beanster?
Oh no, what's
Need
going
a
on?
ride.
I like how it instantly turned country. Need a ride. And you're like, okay.
Need a ride.
Oh no.
My bad. Don't worry about me messing with the
No worries.
light.
Oh yeah. Bean's gonna be messing with the light in here, everyone, just to know. Alright, just in case. Yeah. Arcanum. Yeah, I have done the I've done the Midwest from like the Cincinnati area all the way to the West Coast, which was about like a 24 to 36 hour drive from
Let's
coast
do some
coast. It was a lot of fun. I
math.
love road trips out there. There's a big lull in the United States, like where you go. No offense to anyone who lives there, but like when you get to like Iowa and basically where there's just corn for years, some parts of Indiana and other things, it is boring, just flat and corn forever. That's kind of boring. But you can drive 90 miles an hour, which is really fun. Yeah, just so much corn. But then when you get to places like Idaho, Wyoming, Montana's pretty cool. It has some cool hills and really beautiful skies. The deserts are fun. They're flat too, but sometimes, but they're pretty cool. Like they feel like kind of like a planet. And yeah, it's fun. So that's cool that you went from Texas. Texas has some cool parts to it. I've been to Austin and Dallas.
Go like omega fast, but that's okay.
Ooh, that's really cool.
I mean,
that
I
is.
could do that.
I need to delete this one.
Shit.
That's super cool. During the martial arts. But yeah, Bean, Arcanum's saying that your project looks cool on stream.
Hey, thank you. I
Oh,
hope
no.
it'll turn out great.
I'm sorry to hear. Oh man.
Okay, now you're very.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, it should be doing it.
Where is it? Up there.
Just giving a moment. This is too slow.
It's not actually bad.
I look forward to the day that we can augment our bodies in all sorts of ways from any type of thing. That's definitely a goal. Like I'm super blind. It would be nice someday if you're just like, oh yeah, I'd like a new pair of eyes. These eyes are crap. I'd like ones that like can see a much better spectrum. You know,
Sun's coming up, boy.
that would be nice.
Go, my child.
What? Wait, did you just set free the
The tumbleweed.
The tumbleweed?
It's back here.
the tumbleweed? Go free my child.
It
I like
just
that's like
rolls around within 50 meters of spawn.
What is this? Is
It's a
this a
tumble.
kiwi?
Ooh, nice. We're gonna see
Yeah,
probably
it's
some of the
a
most
kiwi.
of the mods and people are ones that
Is
people
it?
that need like robotic
look
legs and
like
other
it.
stuff first. There's already some people with some really interesting body mods.
That's tumbleweed?
Yeah, you like my tumbleweed?
I love it.
I like that.
I'm really
It's
glad
just
I did the
tumbling
math for
there.
that because I'm gonna use that for something more important later.
Just
It actually
chilling.
is going a little too slow for me, so I'm gonna go ahead
feel
and
like
It's just trying to get its
This
like it's trying to
tumbleweed.
work its way up. You know, it's not. It doesn't want to
Bro,
like
this
go on a
tumbleweed
full-on
needs to
sprint.
be going fast.
That poor tumbleweed.
friends.
Better be going fast.
this
or
weed
nothing.
needs some speed.
Oh, speed!
Speed.
Speed!
Deja vu.
All right, must clean world. Leave no trace.
Oh, there he comes. Oh shit.
Also, Bean, this is
Yeah.
an example world. When you end up getting to a point you want to look at some other sample stuff, the JP tutorial world has a really nice night sky cycle that they
Wow.
worked on. I think I'm using a multitude of fake skyboxes, and then they smooth lerp into each other.
Yeah.
Or there's a
What is
lerp
gonna
here.
make it so this this particular
That's hilarious.
skybox, like the default thing, is just gonna. I've been there.
Well, I think they use the default. I think they use the default, and then they use the other ones
No, they
as
don't.
like,
They don't.
oh really,
They don't.
really,
I've been there. I saw Sid make it. So
oh.
yeah.
I thought
I'm
they
gonna
used default,
be
then they
doing it
put layers.
slightly different.
Huh, interesting.
Where is it?
Don't worry.
there it is.
I'm not worried.
It'll turn
Forget
out,
about it. Let's see.
It'll turn out good.
Is it okay if I try out some skyboxes for something? I want to see what happens if I use not this one.
I mean, the thing is, if you change the skybox,
What break what you're doing?
the sun, it's not gonna be like the skybox itself. It's not gonna be updating according to the sun. I mean, you can try. It's just
Oh, I just
you
wanted
won't
to
be
do
able
it.
to see the sun move anymore.
Again.
I just only wanted to do it to see something. Not that I guess I'll do that in a separate world because I don't really want to break anything here. I just wanted to see what it looked like. Something important. Oh, the Dust Devil's in this. Someone's Dust Devil. The Roomba went up in the air. Let's put that back on the ground.
The Dust Devil just leaves.
Yeah, the Dust Devil just decided to like goodbye, cruel world, or my people need me. Whoop.
Okay, I think 150 is pretty good for that. But
Let's put this down here.
reduce
Dust
the
Devil.
speed
Turn you off. Then back on. Oh shit.
relative
Oh, it just ran off.
Where'd you go?
There we are. That's good enough. Ooh. Yeah, you're right. It is super expensive. Won't it be cool, like if we have like Blade Runner-esque things, almost where you can just go down to like a shop, get kind of a cheaper model, or you know, like you can get kind of different prices for different models of body mods. Oh, probably not in our lifetime, hopefully, but we'll
I
see.
just want to follow the
Womp
tumbleweed
See where it'll take us. You're gonna go on a vision quest there. It's gonna take you to some kind of place. You're like, what is going on? And then you see like this crazy thing open up in this mirage. You're like, what is? I didn't expect this type of transformative
Is this
experience.
the house of my ex-lover?
What?
Some random place like, no.
Yeah, we know that you needed to reconcile with them.
It's on a fucking journey.
Totally.
Rock on, baby.
It's my contribution.
Ooh, is this a vehicle that's shooting flames? I think it is. Yeah. Put that in the art vehicles. I think. I don't know. All right. I love that so much. Who's shooting the trees?
Because we leave the tool around.
I love that.
Oh, it's not hitting the ground
It's
anymore.
beautiful.
Oh, I wonder what
It's
happened.
great.
Oh no. Well,
Where's the tree
just
tool?
like everything else. Right here.
Let's try it out. Let me get on the ground. Maybe I have to be on the ground for it. I love this thing so much. Oh, okay. Maybe if you're
Yeah.
flying, it doesn't like that. It's so funny because you could like really mess with someone. You're like, it's gonna get you, and you're like, oh shit, move out of the way. You know?
Just make it so it kills people.
Yeah. Oh man. Like or like an anvil out of like cartoons.
Oh my god, you're right.
I love this too much.
It lend itself to the anvil.
All right, I'm done. I got it. This is too much. I love this so much.
Wow.
Feel free. You have ultimate power now.
So powerful.
Ultimate lag and then I do it.
It should be toggle let it disappears again or so.
How can I say that?
It's from an anomalous, I
Where'd the
think.
tumbleweed go?
Yeah, it's anomalous. He's made it for the MMC. I think it's for some other
Oh, there
stuff.
he is.
Oh man, look what I've done. What have I done?
What have you done?
Should I delete them?
I'm just deleting mine. Just remember, if you bring them in, you'll have to delete them out.
Okay.
It doesn't take too long to do so. I'm like dragging them all into one. This is like a little pro tip, personal pro tip. So I like to drag all of the objects into one folder and then delete that folder, so I can be lazier about it.
I can't do it like that.
I can't do that.
Can't move what?
I have
Because
weapon
they're
to
all,
move.
You have to go to the object root.
I have this.
I'm in object root.
Oh yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Right.
Boop. Gone.
I have this.
There we are. What is
Gary's
that?
mod.
Oh, if as long as it goes to the object root. I don't know if it
I
does.
think the object's still here. I think.
Well,
Main menu, do you mean the main menu like your dash? I'm not sure which main menu you're talking about. All Arcanum. By the way, that was looking
There's no way in
fantastic.
hell I'm gonna find this.
That was looking so good, Purple. Holy crap! Wow, you're so awesome. Like,
Well,
that looks.
It's gone.
You're always doing good stuff.
Wait, can I undo it? Oh yeah, it come back.
I still gotta figure out what body I want for it. Kind of hard.
Just all you need
I
is
think it should be
somebody-
something that's kind of like mystical almost. That
I want to test something.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe
trying
go
to.
move
Actually,
it.
right now I'm working on the one where it's like kind of
there's
cut
no
up
way in hell I'm
into
finding
different
that, whatever.
pieces.
Hmm?
Like it's floating around and stuff.
Rip,
Kind of
just
cool,
permanent
but
tree.
it looks boring at the moment, so I need to fix some more.
If I select it now, can I move it?
do you know that? Did you make
Yep,
that during the
it's still
MMC?
here.
I figured.
Yeah, I started it on the first.
There's no.
Nice.
Even though I really only started working on it since yesterday,
Yeah, this is
I had like 58 hours of work time this week, so
Holy crap!
most of the time when I got home, I just fell asleep and woke up the next day. I didn't even get time to work on it.
But
Yeah, you know you can
World
submit
War I.
that. You could submit that, and if you don't want anyone to have it, you can just make it a lockdown
I would
world.
imagine, yeah.
Um,
Huh? No, I'm making this mostly for like the dev team.
no, I understand that, but you could also make it as an entry as both. Like it could be something for the dev team, and then you could put it as an entry if you want under avatars.
Yeah, that's what I first started out. I wanted to do the competition, but I was like, you know what? That would be pretty cool to like give Freaks and them like something, and if they like it, they'll like use it and like yes and stuff. It'll be,
That's a good idea.
I think, yeah. So even if I don't win, I still feel good.
Totally.
That's all that matters, right?
Totally. Well, you know that if you had this as like a public model, everyone would wear it. Like that, it's beautiful. It is fantastically beautiful.
Why selected it?
That's what I'm trying to shoot for. So I'm actually glad that's working.
Purple, you'll see
It
all
was
kinds of people.
such a pain in the ass to make that mouth and nose look good. I
That's
kept
what-
making it,
I was
and it just
impressed.
looked off.
What is that?
Um,
doing?
I made it from scratch, but I kept staring at the Succubus model that I had. I just kept seeing how they made like their loop cuts and shit, so I just kind of copied the image, but I kind of made it a little bit better because how they had it was like there was a whole bunch of poles on it, and I didn't like how it looked when it was morphing, so I made my own.
Did you make the poles around the
modification to it.
lip edges? Because that's usually a lot of where the poles
Yeah.
like reside. Yep.
Yeah, I
Yep.
did. Also, I made it so when I smile, I'm gonna actually be able to like push up the cheeks. You know how like when you're smiling, the cheeks kind of pinch. I'm gonna do that same effect.
Nice.
It wasn't like that on the Succubus model, so I'm gonna try and do it with that one.
Oh my god! Awesome.
That is working.
Yeah.
It's pretty exciting. Let's see. I'm gonna add
So I've been.
a way to.
I stole the background texture for like the galaxy off of like one of the Neo's skyboxes.
That's-
I don't know.
That's a good idea. Though.
Is it supposed to be from scratch, or can you
No, you can
still
use
use
stuff
stuff
like that,
from
just-
Next? Or
You can use stuff that's from like. You just have to make sure
Neos?
to give credit. Yeah, you can use stuff from Neos. You just have to give credit. Yeah, you just have to give credit to
Oh,
stuff
okay.
you're using. Absolutely.
I might make my own galaxy thing. I saw that people were doing it in Blender, like they were making their own skyboxes and stuff. And since I'm starting to figure out how to use like the particles in Blender, I might actually make my own galaxy like, skybox and
Particles
stick it in there.
Are so awesome in Blender. They're so good.
Yeah.
So you
I
can.
just need to figure out how to do it. Well, I got a whole entire month to figure it out. So
Have you messed with like any of the fire effects or any of the fog effects?
yeah, actually, yeah. One of the people on YouTube I found that made it look so realistic, but it's mostly using rendering, which I guess is fine with making a skybox. So I think it might work.
I played with 360 a little bit. I don't know how they'll look in here, but man, that's something that's needed in Neos is like a lot of good skyboxes. I was
Well,
thinking about making
how-
some skyboxes in here by using like props, hiding my avatar
Yeah,
and then
that's-
making it empty, and then just constantly doing that to make. If I would have had more time today, I have a bunch of mountains that I was going to bring in and put them at the distance, and then photograph them only, and then use that as the skybox for this background. So we'd have
Yeah.
it would look
Hmm.
like kind of like this background almost like where you can see because you don't need really detailed
Hmm.
really detailed
Mhm.
mountains, but you would want to have something. And I think that
Oh,
Neos needs all
I
kinds of
can
stuff
do
like
it
that.
in Substance Painter.
Totally could.
Oh, I have an idea. I'm gonna make like a 3D model where it will actually unwrap it,
See it.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
just how it is, and I'm gonna like actually paint it in. I'm gonna make it look like a painting of the galaxy.
Ooh,
Maybe I don't know.
ooh.
I think that might be pretty cool.
Or maybe the character has like no body or partial body, and then it's like constantly like breaking up because of the galaxy like inside itself. It's kind of like inverting.
Well, I'm making it so like the elbows and stuff aren't really connected. They're just gonna be kind of like floating things, kind of like
Oh,
if you
nice.
saw H3's Avatar. I'm gonna try and
Yep.
think of something like that. No, I'm not gonna copy him, but I want to try and because I never made a model like that, and it's interesting.
For reference, I would suggest looking up Alex Gray.
That's good.
Yep, he does a lot of like that's people like a lot of mystical
Is he a
stuff.
Thunder guy?
No. These are people that are going to be like painter artists and stuff like that. But I think that they'll give you inspiration on seeing like how to do something
Holy
that
crap.
looks cosmic. Yeah,
Trippy. Trippy
right,
as fuck.
right.
Okay.
But I feel like what you're making kind of has that feel, like has a new agey feel. Yeah, Purple's making this
Oh, this
really
is-
cool avatar. Yeah, isn't it? Could you imagine some of those things being avatars? Oh, like having all those kind of veins
Dude.
like pulsing and stuff.
Oh,
This would be really cool, but I'm making this for like one of the base avatars for Neos. You know, like to rival like the robot Neos bot that I think Aegis made it.
But
I'm
that's the
gonna try and
thing.
make it so like they can use it for anyone, like even during streams and stuff. Like they can show off stuff and use that avatar as.
Oh, that's
like,
cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking.
That's a good
I
idea.
want to make something that Neos. It would represent Neos really good.
Okay, so then it needs to be more humanoid, like what you're making. Then, like you're thinking more humanoid,
Yeah.
then, right? So then
Yeah.
then it has like light areas that are not light, but as in like light or dark, but like small areas that have certain
No,
aspects.
Near the joints, I'm gonna make them separate objects, but they're gonna have like. I guess I can make particles that are connecting it. That would be kind of cool.
Just the whole part is like performance.
Nightmare
That'll be
work on
interesting.
this one.
That's a cool idea. That's a really good idea.
Oh yeah, performance. Well,
you could have a
I
version.
can't really see the robot avatar that they have now is not really performant anyway. So.
Well, you could make one
the
that's like
hands on them are like super poly.
yeah, they're 50,000 poly, I think, right?
Yeah.
But
So
you could
even
make
if
you could low performance and a high performance one.
Oops, my bad.
I guess I could have one where it's just like the head and hands. That would be pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that's cool. And then like has almost like a galaxy type of aspect to it that's like float. Yeah, that's interesting. And landscape.
I was also trying to figure out where, like, I was gonna make like a halo out of like the Neo symbol, but it looked kind of stupid. So I need to find something better.
hmm
I can see how that would look pretty stupid. No
Yeah.
offense,
Yeah.
but like,
What's difficult?
No,
like,
you probably saw it in my head differently. You said something. I put it on top. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna look cool. I put it on top. I'm like,
that's so frustrating when in your head you're like, I think this could work. And you're like, oh.
it looks so cool. Then you like actually like look at it for real, and you're like,
On the converse of
I
that,
do.
sometimes yeah, sometimes there's things you're like, oh, that'll look awful. And you try and you're like, what, really? And you're just like, wow, okay. Like you noodle around and
yeah.
something's beautiful.
Actually, I was gonna when I first started out, I was gonna make a whole army of like bots for like the jam thing. And every single one I was pushing out, like every 10 minutes, I was making a Hunter avatar. But they looked
crap.
so bad. They looked like garbage. I was like, you know what? I'd rather do quantity over quality like I usually do.
I think that's better for what you make. I don't unless you play a game where like there's this one type of artist that they just make a new avatar a day, and eventually you'll build up your skills to such a degree that you'll eventually have like you'll be able to crank out a good avatar, like a certain level of avatar. I don't know any way.
Yeah.
Arcanem, I don't know any way to lock the dash. The dash kind of follows your head position. Someone was asking on stream about how to, I'm assuming, lock the dash. I can't lock the dash. It always follows head position, unfortunately. I think that'll change eventually. Like for instance, this old inventory I'm using, it follows your head, but you can move it into different areas freeform. But
I know there's one where it always faces towards you, where you can toggle it, where it's straight up and down and facing towards you all the time. But I don't think there's a way of
Here we go.
moving all over the place.
oh, I know it would be helpful to have it static. It used to be with some of the menus. I think that's don't quote me on this, but I think that's planned for the UI eventually, that you can kind of set them up in different places like you could with the old UI. I think that's once the facets become more complex and they can be on avatar and other stuff.
Amusing. I mentioned Nextland's name once and they pop in.
Huh.
How about that?
And it gets really bright when the sun's directly over us.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like it's a desert or something.
yeah, right?
Wow. Yeah, actually the sand material I made.
I know, looks
really
good. I know.
I just stacked. I think I stacked like 50 different noise maps on top of each other,
That's impressive.
and I just took.
I mean, that's
I
how you
just
do
took
it.
like all those noise maps, and I just did a color gradient, and I just kind of made it like that, and it works. There's even little pieces of seashell. You're supposed to see some seashells in there, but
They're digital seashells. That's why they're pixels.
yeah, that's true. It works.
I like it. It looks really good.
Just crash.
Oh man,
No.
if you go to the Altspace version of,
Can you hear me?
they were able to
yeah.
make it so it was Quest compatible for 80 to 200
I'm a
people
small
in world,
robot.
as far as with textures and everything. It's nuts. It
Wow.
reminds me kind of I think they were using basically PlayStation 1 style, like quality of everything and a lot of instancing. I was really interested in seeing how they did it. But all in all, like
We should put a fog
I would
effect.
make a Burning Man avatar.
Literally.
Yeah.
oh no, a person on fire. Oh no, that's bad.
Well, kind of like, you know, like,
Kind of like going with like the theme of like the vehicles that people make that are just made out of like scrap metal.
Oh,
And,
that's a good
I was
idea.
gonna make that the skin,
But
just kind of like
I think
the
that-
joints fire.
The trick with Altspace 2 was to do something that Neos does already, where you have multiple worlds, where all like the heavy stuff is in separate worlds. So that was really smart.
One of those Burning Man events are happening in the Wave, is that right? I heard about that.
Yeah, there is one in the Wave, I think. They're in a bunch of different places. I was trying to go to some of the other ones, but they were not publicized very well easily at first. So in between these cracks can be like little eggs for shrimp, and that's so cool. Super cool.
Look over there, it's my art. My first art.
Your art? Let
Mhm.
me see your first art. I want to
Mhm.
see your art.
Over there.
Oh god.
Oh my gosh.
Dude,
I think he has a Bulgarian accent. I need to ask him to speak for me. Oh my gosh.
Pretty good.
Oh my goodness.
Not gonna lie.
Wait.
That's pretty good.
Like
It's like,
a bong with
That's
you
fun.
know, it symbolizes war and being a good hunter.
Pretty much.
And also standing on a rock. That's what I feel.
The Rock is maybe
All
royalty
things that we
standing,
love to do.
crushing upon royalty for the new Avali overlords.
Found your bar
Try-
next.
Trying to be an angel, but it's really a demon. Trying though. But gotta give it at least a
A
chance.
symbol of a nerd. Yes, that's all of us
Oh,
here. I
thank
think.
you. You're just sticking an eye.
That's what they said.
Wait,
don't know where your eye
Fofo,
is.
if you don't mind me asking
Here,
your
let me just
accent,
grab that.
what accent is that? If you mind me asking.
Wait, let me grab that.
I'm from Saudi Arabia. So, Saudi Arabia.
Oh, Saudi
Can
Arabia.
I-
Nice.
I'll spawn one. Oh,
Nice.
never mind. It's it.
So,
I haven't met anyone
Yeah,
from the
can
Middle
I-
East in Neos
there
yet.
we go.
That's cool.
oh, nice.
Henceforth is not up.
Yes.
Is that not the one?
Get a little bit of desert here for you.
This one doesn't have an IK. It's
Yeah,
super
that's normal.
optimized.
That's normal for
No IK on me.
Yeah. Yeah, I went to the Biennale, but I didn't get to check out Jason's thing in there. But yeah, it's pretty neat. Oh, this looks great at night. I love it.
My eyes feel better already.
Right? Cool.
When super bright environments like inside VR, it's just like,
Yeah, it burns my retinas.
burns my retinas.
Yeah.
Basically.
Pretty much, like you can feel them sizzling like eggs. Like
I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, it does hurt a little bit. Like makes you want to like put some water on them or get some eye drops.
yeah. Oh crap! I totally messed this one up. Nuts.
Or for me, just some liquid coolant would be nice. Right, Bean?
Hello.
Liquid coolant, I need it. I require it. It's too hot out here. It's burning, man. It's freaking 110 degrees. It's pulling
Yeah.
sweaty people.
I know there's an asteroid down here, but I don't see it. It's too dark.
Man, sweat's the least worry in there, you know. Oof, with the heat and the dust and the sun. Man, you get sun.
Sun's coming
True.
up. Yeah. Look at that.
That's cool.
Slowly.
That's why they just need to make like wherever the wind blows, just make barricades. Just like have like the areas right behind the barricade.
Let's see if that looks good at all. Anyway.
Dean is messing with the scope.
Rotate a material, like how you can size with the scroll wheel. Do you mean rotate through different materials, Arcanym? Is that what you're asking? I'm not sure I understand the question.
That didn't look too bad. You know what? That didn't look too bad.
So rotate a material.
Indexation station. Still two
You can
weeks.
you can change the
I'm gonna order that.
the panning of it. So you could change the XY axis. So you could not rotate it, but you would move it. Since it's actually a 2D plane, you know, on a 3D object, you can move the X and Y of the 2D plane. So it would look like it's rotating to the left. Like here, I'll show you what I mean.
I had the dimensions when you slow down each out, it's already an improvement.
Uh-oh. Let me add these environments and then I'll show you what I mean. A storm? That's very rare.
Yeah, but when you, for example, lay down or something like that, you can have it don't get in the position.
You want me to walk my room? I'll walk my room.
Thunder.
Real
Here's the wall. I have to walk that way.
Witch hunting. No, it's not that type of Running Man. It's more of like, yeah, more like a release, not a witch hunt. Yeah, no persecutions.
It's instantly asking for
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, a leaf.
I
If you hit a leaf somewhere, you'd have to. It'd be on the plane itself. You'd have to move the plane.
controllers and headset only, so I'm thinking right
How's
now.
that MC working out for you, Electrospy?
A full kit and just do this or not.
I desire to see Medtrap burn.
It's true, it's true. I will not deny it.
That's love. If you love somebody, you need to set them on fire. That's a song. It's
What?
it's a.
What's this song?
If you love somebody, you need to set them on fire. It's
Oh.
by the Dead Milkmen.
Oh, here's the weather thing. Thought it was in here somewhere.
You have two boxes in one.
Oh no!
It was in
It's the first week. It's the thinking week, right, Electrospy?
I just hid it behind the text.
Hey, YOLO. Welcome.
Oh, yes.
There it is. I've been waiting for you.
Touch it
Oh
so
no!
much.
Did you make this in
What
Blender?
I have
The burning toast?
full kit.
Yeah, the wood.
I will probably
Like
still-
Yeah.
all of this stuff.
Yeah,
That's cool. Like,
probably still need to wait like
Looks legit.
Or 4 weeks even.
Thank you.
I could get the payment right now.
There we are.
through the headset and controllers.
Sometimes we just gotta see Medra burn.
So it
It's
would
the only one.
instantly.
It's like a phoenix. The toast turns to dust and then comes back from the ashes to become another jam. Actually, that would be a fun little animation. That it like turns and then it's like a little blobby jam, and then it, hatches out.
Some people just like to watch the world burn.
Ooh, an editor. Holy crap, that sounds like an interesting idea.
Burning person.
You're literally making a burning man. Beautiful.
I think technically Xbot is meant to be female, but
Oh, what material did you grab? You burned my history.
no, this is
Oh no.
Oh.
Ybot is.
Did you accidentally grab the wrong history? Monsoon, did you grab the
Yes.
wrong material? Because that's now my the whatchamacallit material is the log
Default?
material is burning.
Oh, interesting.
Dude,
I did not do that.
I figured that must have been an accident.
That
Right, just be burning like that. Don't worry about it.
It's safe, totally safe.
That's weird because I'm using completely different materials and textures, so I don't know how that happened. But
Maybe something went wrong during the
If you're-
asset cleanup.
if you're willing to receive
Nice.
criticism, that's baller as fuck. I might keep that.
Burning
It's not very
people.
legible, but I don't know what happened.
It makes me think of like 90s internet as far as like animations on top of something. You're like web page. I'll keep it for now. I'm okay with 90s
Oh,
internet.
I know what you mean, like the old web pages
Rotating
that are
skulls.
readable because they don't choose their background well.
Yeah,
It's just,
totally.
like all random images.
Totally. And they're like, cool, it's animated. This is the future. I'm putting it on my page.
Kind of miss those web pages, not gonna lie.
Yeah, do you know about the what is it called? The Wayback Machine? Do you know about that?
The Wayback Machine. What's
Yeah,
that?
you can visit those pages still. If you go to if you know about an old
Oh,
website
is that
like
the
that.
thing you look up a site?
Yep.
In its old state.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
it's
looking at
archive.org.
YouTube with that.
I went there and found old VRML files for old like to make like a world in the 90s that was made from objects in the 90s. But there isn't a good VRML converter. Someone on stream, if Electrospy, if you know a good converter, since you know all about that kind of stuff, hit me up. I'm definitely interested in converting some VRML, even though it's pretty robust. I would love to make a jam that's all like those kind of things, or just a world in general with all those kind of assets. It would be super
Converting
cool.
what exactly?
Well, in the 90s, there was a
HTML.
no. There's something called VRML, which was the virtual reality HTML for the 90s virtual reality. Well, you could explore on websites. So it's really low poly, very cool.
Sorry, 90s virtual reality.
Yep.
No.
Yep. You could explore it kind of like Mozilla Hubs, except think about
What
90s
is-
internet.
Sorry, what is 90s virtual reality? I'm.
Oh nope, we're gonna have to do it.
I gave it a little fog volume out there.
Please don't say it's the virtual boy from.
No, it's more.
Occasionally goes by
It's
slow.
more like I want my MTV video, the Money for Nothing video. Kind of looks like that. All right, let's find a web. Let me find a video for you. Show you what VRML.
You need to explain the whole thing if you don't
I'm
wanna.
also
Yeah, but VRML is really neat.
figure out stuff.
Yeah, what's up?
but I just have no idea.
I
Like,
put a
listening.
little bit of a fog volume out there, so it kind of gives it like the really hot vibe.
Stuff in here anyway.
Like, also it
Let me
kind
see.
of covers up the horizon.
Okay.
So like
We'll
when I
eventually-
toggle it off,
we'll eventually
when I
need-
toggle on-
Yeah, we'll have to turn that down.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to
Oh, yeah,
turn down the
Electrospy.
light. The light is super fucking bright.
Yeah.
The sun.
Woo! Our eyeballs. Hey, Electrospy, nice to see you.
What a lucky coincidence.
how did you even know there's a jam? Like, I haven't. Nice to see you.
No, he actually reminded me of something. I imported something yesterday from the Unity gaming labs from Paris, which is an asset pack for particles, which might
Ooh.
fit this theming if you
Okay.
want to use it.
Sure.
All of the particles are CC0.
Oh, I thought that. Sure. Let's see. VRML. I'm trying to look up some old VRML 90 stuff to show Bean.
Is it working, son?
Yes.
If you want me to, I could try to look at it if it's possible to convert over.
Yeah, feel free.
These avatars
Oh,
on
this is
the
interesting.
joint right here. There's a broken part where the joint mesh is part of both the joint and the surface.
Yeah, this will be good enough, even though it's not the same.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
There we are.
These avatars are not ruined for you.
Okay.
I'm just saying it's pretty hot.
Alright, I'm swapping avatars.
Did that work? Oh no, did you delete that? Delete it? No.
No,
This
I had a copy. It's over there.
Also, if you
is very hot. You're ridiculous.
I can't hear you at all.
This is not VRML proper. Ooh, those are fun. This is
Absolutely no clue.
this is something in VR, but this is how it would look, like stuff like this.
It's broken as shit, G.
Oh.
Looks like Terminator, a cave game.
This is a VR game. This is actual real VR game recently made, but it's in the same type of stylings.
This is real VR. Okay, it's the Mac.
So yeah, that's what it looks like.
Oh.
That's what VRML looks like. There's stuff that looks cooler than that, but very, very like some vaporwave space.
VRML.
Remind me sometime, and I can give you files. There's all kinds of crazy stuff. Oh man, all these are loading in. Holy crap! We should have maybe put that in a separate world. Holy crap! This looks
These
great
are
though.
not heavy on. These are not heavy on
Holy
performance.
shit, bro! Those are epic.
They are really nice. These are free. Oh my goodness. They're so good.
The funny part about these is, like I said, completely CC0. In terms of licensing, we are free to use them. They're from the Unity labs from Paris, and have been posted in like one of the dev logs around 2016 or so. It's kind of like hidden away in some text link.
Nice. You're like the king of finding all kinds of crazy stuff.
What's
Or
the
conversion.
resolution of the texture? What's the
I've
resolution?
seen ones between 1 to 2K.
Oh wow, that's pretty
That is
fucking
high
good for you.
resolution for a article, and I love it. It's great. Holy shit.
All right.
But these are already tuned down. I also got the original sprite sheets, which have around like 500 frames per particle animation. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, the lighting's still being adjusted.
With renderers.
Yeah, that's
I've only loaded like 8 of them.
That's all you need to know.
I only loaded the bottom ones and like 3 of these. Like
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I like the lighting, but it makes it a little dark when you're actually trying to work on them.
probably what the server
Yeah, is the lighting? Is it turned back up? Beamed.
Wait, you hadn't
Can you turn up the lighting a little bit?
what time it is?
So
Like
from
a-
bottom,
night.
Oh, you mean?
No.
Oh, it's not going to. Oh, okay.
Oh, shh.
How-
Do we need it right now? Like
Uh,
specifically right now? Because it's
That's
during the day
okay.
right now.
oh, okay. Okay. Okay
You
then.
wanted a day-night cycle.
You're fair. I thought it was permanent, and I was like, oh no.
Like, look at that! Look at that sun coming.
I thought it was permanent.
Sideways.
Yeah, the fog volume really makes it
We
look
have a
cool.
good map.
Thank you.
A triangle that is not a regular
Yeah,
triangle.
use the fog
actually
volume
have
to
like
kind
a
of
little
scatter the
bit
light.
I even have like a little, so it's like a little bit like orange.
So,
Alright.
this
When it-
one needs to be
but like when it's like up there,
4
it's
feet
like shit. It's
wide and 4 feet tall, easily enough.
So right now, it's very so it's very so.
A Retrodram's a good idea, like, as far as that name.
Quite
Oop.
right on radius, but I can just
See it, like,
Probably
Yeah, that's definitely
most
a good size.
likely
It's-
it's
When did I
gonna be
turn
shipped
orange?
tomorrow.
orange. I don't know.
tell you I got the storage with my payment? You know
Oh,
how storage
I
I got?
remember when.
Should I get rid of the fog volume?
50 or more.
No.
1.7 terabyte.
Should I get rid of the fog volume?
Oh,
What? 7?
Electrospy.
1.7.
Oh,
Can you explain the audio cue for me, like just so I can understand how to make sure there's no? how to keep issues from happening where you can't hear anything and stuff like that. Do you know how that works?
So the problem with Play One Shot is it's each and every time you play one shot, it's actually creating a new empty object with a completely separate audio source and audio player.
Yeah,
And it spawns it either at like this, at like 000, or at the 0 point of the object you're playing it from. So the problem with that is if you have, like with the window I a lot of instances where a shit ton of people are just banging the window like crazy, these are gonna stack up and will fill up the audio queue in the background for Unity. And as you may know, there's only a limited amount of channels which are be able to play at the same time.
Okay.
So if you spawn one of these windows into a world, like a couple of these, and all of them are going off at the same time, it could happen that the audio queue goes into like a lockdown, so you don't have hear any sound clips anymore, but people are still able to talk until you delete any of the windows. And that's what I'm trying to prevent with the new version.
Is there any way to remove clear the audio queue? Like, because I've noticed that I've had that happen where the sound is kind of messed up.
Yeah, I actually don't know if there's an easy way to do that. We may need to ask someone from the dev team.
Because it seems like that's a consistent problem.
Yeah, I think the problem is because all the default audio sources have the same priority, which is around like 128.
Okay.
So what you may be able to do for that is, if you add new things, increase the number so they get really low in priority. Maybe the garbage collector doesn't lock up or stuff. Not sure, I still need to do some testing. Maybe Shifty doesn't know a little bit about that.
I'll have to ask what Shifty knows about that then. So that's been on my list of...
I know I pay a lot.
Yeah. But this is definitely one of the things why I need to update my things. So what I'm going to do is to just make a prefixed audio queue with a fixed amount of audio sources, all of them pre-set up with a really high queue number. And if you're intact with the object I made, it's just going to pull the audio audio plays only from this one fixed list. So if something breaks and you just remove or disable this one system, it should keep the problem inside the system instead of breaking the world.
I cut my lights.
But yeah, also that happened a couple of worlds where people were interacting with things and suddenly silence.
Yeah. So I've had that happen in jams multiple times, and so the goal is to try and figure out what to do.
Yeah, the problem is just the amount of audio sources on the same queue priority, which can be played at the same time.
Interesting. Okay. By the way, I'm listening. All I'm doing is cleaning up the pictures so we have less of those loading in for everyone.
And then there's a guy like me who brings in like the high quality particles.
That's okay. Yeah, they're still loading in for me too.
It's branded underneath what?
Do you want to? Have you added those to your share, or would you like me to add those to share?
Loaded in, but that's about it.
Or if you're willing to share them.
There should be in one of my public folders. Give me a second. Which reminds me, do I actually have one public? Yeah. If you have my public folder and you take a look under materials and particle, there is a new subfolder called Unity Labs Paris.
Nice.
Right now, this thing does contain only like this one large demo wheel. What I still need to do is separate each of these and make like a really nice preview image, so you immediately see what you're going into.
That makes sense.
I have no idea.
But yeah, this was just me looking like through the devlogs, how certain effects are working, and being like, wait a second, these are CC0. Crap.
Yeah, totally. When you see that, that's just like, you make sure the license, is that really CC0? Okay, slurp, and you just like devour all of them. Yes, I know exactly what you mean. That there's a person that has that too. It's CC BY, which is a good one too, when it's CC BY only. From a guy named, what's his name? Kevin MacLeod or MacLeod. And he has a lot of, and there's also some. If you purchase it, they're CC0. So it's basically someone compiled a bunch of music for like CC0. It costs like $5 for 300 songs or something stupid. That's something on my list that would like. I'll be posting more of that stuff for everyone.
You still didn't answer my question on Discord.
Which one?
Where to put the money?
What? I don't remember you saying that. What? I didn't see that.
It was on the last stream about the MMC and me maybe becoming a sponsor.
Oh, you wanted to sponsor? Well, did you message me after that?
because it was on your auto.
I think it was in between.
Really? Let me see. I didn't see. I never saw that. Let me see.
Yeah, I didn't poke you about that. I've been like, you're pretty busy, I know that, and you're
You
always
can always
stressed enough for stuff like that.
You can always. Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, no wonder. Yeah. Okay.
Of
Yeah.
course, with the image kind of
yeah,
me,
you
but
can.
then again.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You would just want to send it to the Crater Jam. Just you're going to use NCR.
No, I think I'm just gonna stick to real money. Of course, I could.
You can do that.
I would actually be able to get some of this NCR away, but then again.
No, don't worry about
know.
it. You can make it euros. I mean, you're thinking euros then, right?
In this case, yeah.
You use PayPal. I'll give you my PayPal. I think. Wait, hold on. Let me see.
Okay.
I think that's in the Creator Jam Discord. Plug, everyone. Under the FAQ, there is. I decided to add a question. What ways can I support Creator Jam? And PayPal. Yeah, it's PayPal.me MedraVR, and so it's in there under the FAQ. Yeah, and I'll add you as a sponsor. I don't know how I'm going to contribute the money for that because I can add it to the prize.
I mean, if NCR is better to use in this case, I could also
No.
give some NCR.
I'm going to just use some of my own personal NCR and I'll just convert it that way. So like whatever people contribute in any type of, but I'll have to figure out how I do it because I want to make sure it's fair that people aren't upset that like, oh, someone sponsored later and all this. So I'll figure out something that works. But if we up the prize pool, I think that's not a problem for people.
One of the things why I was kind of like, oh, should I even ask at this point? I'm way too late to the party.
But then again, I'm sure if I told everyone that we're upping the prize to $100 more or something like that, that people would be pretty excited. So
I don't think anyone's gonna be like, more money.
Oh, what? The prize is higher? This is awful. We hate you.
I didn't sign up for this.
I mean, at this point, I'm more been like, I want to contribute to the thing. I got no real original ideas. I mean, what do I do all the time? Most of the time, I was spreading knowledge and converting assets, which isn't really an entry.
You know, you could also combine your powers with any people. There's plenty of people that would love to work with you. Hey, Peter, what's up?
Aloha. My fault. God, so fast.
Hello, goodbye. Yeah, so have you been to a Burning Man, Peter?
Just chasing down a
I was
bush.
gonna go this year.
Oh, man. Did you do any of the other VR events with it?
Oh God, no, I haven't had the time. I've been working so much.
I understand that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Wait, that one's Anomalous's. Anomalous has been out there, which is super cool. Oh, this is. Should this be people? Yeah, that'll go under people.
I'm trying to figure out why this little.
Maybe art or people. What do you think? Art or people? Which one should that go under? Which category?
People.
People.
Yeah,
People it is.
people.
Just people.
People.
There's not too much art there.
True.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I already know the answer to that question, but anything new about the webcam clone for the HTC thing?
Ooh, that's another thing that burns. Yeah, look at that. Yeah.
Peter?
Red and Tumbleweed be fucking going.
Where's that?
Peter.
Over there in the
It's on a journey.
Let's go to.
It's like going fast.
We can make it so when you get really close up to it, it just goes, you see me roll, and...
You know, you could always make you can make characters, Tumbleweed. Like you can make some kind of weird like bean in a ball that's rolling around or whatever.
Honestly, the only thing you need to change for that is the slot target for what rotates.
Oh my.
That would be funny. That would be super funny to have weird stuff.
Anything.
Oh, really?
Anything.
Testing.
Literally
Do it.
anything that's a slot.
I believe in you.
If it has a rotation.
Just a.
I guess I can do reset rotation.
But yeah, mean, I got this stupid new idea for face tracking.
Ooh.
What was that?
I got the stupid new idea how to maybe do face tracking instead of cloning the hardware from HTC.
Oh.
Which we're totally not gonna do.
I want to hear the concept.
You want me to move out of the way for the stream?
yeah,
You want me to
I
move?
did.
You want me to move out of the way somewhere far away? Yeah, I got you. Yep.
so adorable.
The let me see. Y and Z are even
Let's see.
symbols.
So are we gonna
I do want to know this sometime though.
The X. I guess it doesn't matter. I just need to make it so the point goes up.
All right, let's move far away so we don't hear the cool things Electrospy's doing. Top secret tech. Let's see.
$600 for the stock exchange, right? But let's say
Why is it?
Okay. Art.
That's gonna be like $1,000 headset.
There is an option for
It always
PlayStation
makes it so when you
only.
see stuff, it only goes up.
Also
I'm
better
trying to figure out how they did that.
Okay, we're almost there.
That's gonna be the mechanic as a head. Every other developer who makes hardware is gonna have to meet or beat that. Or be much,
So
much,
it's
much
just the
better.
fucking your
That's a good push.
Oh.
And I'm gonna compare
I
that
kind of
reality
wanted exactly the same for this. It's gonna show up otherwise.
Maybe it either
Maybe I'll just do more scale in.
they're gonna have to try really hard.
Or wait, that's the green. That is the y-axis. I should be able to set that to a scale of 1. Z-fighting shouldn't be an issue if they have the existing material. That's right. Especially if it's a triplanar.
Silver non-VR.
Yeah, see that blends pretty seamlessly. No, there's
literally me just messing around with things
no,
and
there's
it
a
actually
seam there.
fucking confused
It's
the
not too
shit
bad
out
though,
of
and I
me.
don't see Z-fighting, do you?
I like this. You can now really have eye tracking in desktop mode.
Well, the vertical scale is obviously off just a
A
hair.
lot of people got really confused about me using full finger tracking and also eye tracking in desktop. It was kind of like, what the fuck are you doing?
So you have the high frame rates. Hey, I don't have lag problems. And you buy a big enough widescreen monitor. You know, like,
Yeah, I need to do both actually.
I mean, this was only to see
I'm gonna
if
call
the
that
driver
close
would
enough for this.
actually complain about something missing, but then again,
Actually, I'm gonna move it down so the bottoms are better aligned.
Command Fuchs added at some point to me.
If the tops
It's
aren't
not an
perfect,
issue at
that's
all.
okay.
I love it. This is
Good enough from the AU that
I showed
Some cables
vision
for
there,
safety goggles,
and then
no,
grab this
and
one and bring it over.
So
But yeah,
I'm pretty sure
about
that
the
the
concept,
payment
about the
for
concept.
the index is
Yeah.
gonna
There we go.
happen
There's our
tomorrow.
trapezoid.
I mean, you're also on
So let's see.
ask about that.
It
So you
should
know
be-
how Fuchs
yeah.
added a lot
I
of
do.
WebSocket support most
There's no
recently.
grabbable on that, apparently.
So I got a really stupid
Mm.
idea about how to
Any
do
of them.
maybe the face tracking thingy. I mean, you should know about stuff like OpenCV or OpenFace, Shockface.
So let's see.
That's not good.
So what I got as a really stupid
Yeah.
idea
How long till the event starts officially? Which event? Are you talking about the MMC, the Metaverse Maker competition? Oh, it's already going. Today's the last day, I think. Yeah, today's the last day, if I'm correct. Could be wrong. I don't know what they're gonna do with the metaverse now. Are they gonna keep? Oh, but when will the toast burn? Toast will burn, and I think I want to wait till there's some art supply. Hey, Bean, how long are you staying around?
I am actually leaving right now.
Oh crap! Oh man, if you're around for another 2 hours, I'd burn the toast. Make sure to burn before you leave. Do we burn the toast?
Well, nah, don't worry about me. I got early shift tomorrow, so
I understand. You know you have a bunch of dots on you, right?
I know.
Oh, okay.
But when I leave, they will be gone anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, someone went crazy with a dot tool or some stuff like that.
Oh. Well, thank you for coming out. Like, I really, really appreciate you just stopping by. Like, and it's always nice seeing you.
Yeah, dude, I didn't want to go to sleep yet, so like I mean like I wanted to like come in here do something at least, so I did the day-night cycle.
Did you post yourself as like? Did you make a little cutout of yourself with credits and all that fun stuff?
I didn't. I might do that actually.
I think the toast will be burnt soon, like in 2 hours, two to 4 hours max, like no more than 4 hours. I think at like 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think that's a good time to burn the toast.
Right. Well, here's the thing too. Like I mentioned to Fruits a while back, I'm sitting on a bit of.
And I think that maybe we should make it so the toast when it's burnt. Oh, hey!
I found something pretty funny. Since I don't have like the hand bull shells,
Yeah.
I actually have this one right here, so I could just leave it there.
So many boob tool shelves. What's super funny is Vegas also has a tool shelf or like a seat in her boobs, and so Bean was running through her. I can't remember what, and he got caught inside her boobs. And just like they just got caught in like a boob net almost.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's nice. Dual purposes.
Yes. So people can sit there and I can put my.
Hey, yeah, I understand. Arcanum. Well, thanks for coming out and like, yeah, breaks are a good thing. I need to take more of those on these type of things. But usually I only take maybe 20-minute breaks max in a Creator Jam, running crazy energy and then collapse. Let's add this to maps.
What, you sleep? What?
Yes, sleep.
What is?
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Should I get rid of the fog volume?
I don't know, let's
That's
turn it off
with
and on.
That's with it on.
Oh, they're both nice in different ways. I think that without mountains, it definitely should be there. Without, maybe not. So, if I can ever get around to doing some mountainous background, which...
Because it kind of gives it, kind of when the sun rises and stuff, it kind of spreads the light more.
Definitely. The only thing that's in, well, yeah, I guess the dust was, the atmospheric perspective you get in a desert is a little bit less than other types of regions because of the lack of moisture. I mean, there is a mild bit of moisture, so it still works.
Yeah.
But I think it still works. Have you been to the desert before, Purple?
No. Well, no.
Oh, man. I think you might like it. I don't know. You really?
I hate the heat.
Oh,
I
then
live in
you'd hate
Florida
it.
right now, and I still hate it.
Oh, then you would hate it completely. I don't know. The first time I ever went to a desert, I felt like it was like a crappy parking lot. You know, like when someone like digs up a construction site, and I was like, I don't like this at all. And then the next time I went, I was like, oh, this is great. It's like a planet. It's almost like this alien space.
Yeah.
And I liked that a lot about it. And I still now I love
can
the
see
desert.
that.
Yeah. There's all kinds of.
I wouldn't mind going to the salt flats to drive cars as fast as possible.
That's not just like a little bit fast. That's like going.
Yeah.
Like
over 200 miles an hour.
That's nuts. That would be pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to do that once in my life, just to see it.
Salt flats are interesting. I've been to one of them in Death Valley. Death Valley's a neat place. They have like sand dunes and they have like these weird type of bubble like. Basically, it's when lava flow was pouring and then it hit the water in a certain way and it made these kind of like cool rock bubble formation things. It's really neat. Then that's near Joshua Tree Forest, which is super cool. Joshua, if you've never seen what Joshua trees look like, they're really interesting. They're kind of like these weird broken arm, like palm tree-ish things. Definitely worth checking out.
Joshua.
Oh,
Joshua Tree National Park.
Yeah, Joshua Tree National Park, super cool. Well, Bean, you have a good night, and
yes.
Thanks for sharing your MMC thing. That looks super cool.
I hope I get it done on time, but it should be in some working state. Hopefully within the scope that I'm looking for, but like within the scope that I want it to be. But if not, if it's not exactly, here I'll show you. Like I have a lot of plans for it. I'll probably have like a simpler version of it for the end of the MMC, and like after the MMC, do like after like a month or two or whatever, do like a major update on it.
That's smart. Just kind of like get the like a working prototype. That's super smart to keep yourself from be infinity stressed.
I mean, if I get all the features in there good,
Oh man, I'm
not,
super excited about this.
I'm making sort of something. Well, does that tell you anything?
Oh, I don't see it.
Oh. Give it a moment. It's on a cloud, so it shouldn't take too long.
Or you could just send it to me on Discord.
I can also send it to you on Discord.
That's what I was doing because, like, I was trying to show like a video of the head I was making. It wasn't loading in. Back.
I feel you.
I have so many screenshots. Why do I have so many screenshots?
Yeah, I made a whole bunch of videos of the same fucking head. I changed like one pixel on it. I'm like, I gotta make another video.
Purple. There you are.
I love how the tumbleweed's just starting to come towards us. Oh, nope.
You make an factorial thing?
Sorta.
I know, right?
It's gonna be more tycoon based though. Not like.
That's fun.
Not like much
this was the
crafting,
thing
more
your friend was
tycoon.
showing. This was the thing your friend Panda Guy was showing me last night. He was telling me about how he named them, like shove gold up your ass for like the
He was like getting really crazy with the naming of the files. He was just sending me files, and it was like a lot of vulgar file names.
Are you like, what are you sending to me?
Like, what is this? Yeah, I was literally like, yo, someone's gonna look at my downloads folder at some point. And
Like
just
something
be like,
Fister, and you're like, what are you looking at?
like, really questionable. Like, while it's just like a generator or some shit like that. Like a furnace or some shit.
one of those big and phallic or something like that.
We're just shaking head like, damn it.
I don't even want to say any of the names
That's
because
right.
that's like
It's on stream,
against
fair.
DOS for the stream.
Fair enough. Do you want me to get a whisper of one? I'll just go out somewhere like zoop around.
Nah, it's fine. I'll show you a screenshot in a bit of my downloads folder.
You have really good friends there, Bean.
I know, right? Anyway, I'm gonna head out. So,
good night.
You still here? Go to bed.
Yes, I see ya.
Oh, no, I was gonna see if I could click the OK button that I usually spawn before it gets off.
There we are. Cleaning everything up. Yes. Feels good. This is already starting to look cool.
Wait, you just deleted all the images?
I have them in a folder, and then people can get to them, and I'll just bring out a couple images to kind of give a general idea, and then if people say, "Oh, what was this?" and you're like, "Okay, we'll go open up this file, and you can bring out any images you like, or I'll bring out some then." So I think it's kind of part of the reason why people were loading in so much is I had, I don't know, there are at least 1 meg files and 30 images. So yeah, figure I probably should delete a few things. And it's the same ethic as Burning Man. Leave no trace, so I'm already getting started. I do like this desert though. It's cool. I like deserts in VR. I also like wide expanses in VR.
Yeah. This is a true sandbox game.
Were you here when Coffee is now going to be in the participate? He was asking questions whether devs could be in there. I'm like, yeah. Like, you're not a judge. You can participate. And so.
Wait, who is going to be the judge? Are you going to be the judge?
Yep, I'm one of the judges. Frooks is, and Outsider. And we have a guest judge. They've already agreed in person, and they're a celebrity judge, VR celebrity. And so they've agreed, but I'll have to make sure. It was cool. Like, I asked them, and they're just like, it would be almost me saying, "Hey, can you pass me this?" And you're like, "Okay." And I was like, "Wait, was that easy?" You know, there's no like. I just told them what I did and said, "We'd like to have a judge for it." And they're like, "Yeah, I'd be." They said, "I do blah blah blah." Like I would be a good candidate for that since I already do a bunch of this stuff. I'm like, that's what I was thinking. And I was like, okay, cool. So I'm gonna message them, and if they're still like, if they remember and they're still okay with it, heck yeah, that's really exciting. Yeah, they'll be a great
It's gonna
judge.
be tough being a judge though, because so many people are making so many cool things.
I know, that's the worst part. That is the worst part.
Yeah.
But
you're gonna be like, well, I like this one, but.
Usually, like any judging, I'm not a big fan of contests personally. It sounds funny that I'm starting a contest because, you know, like you always, people feel bad after, you know, sometimes when they didn't make it, even though it was like, because when you only have a limited amount of people, there might be stuff that's so good that you just can't really say, oh, it's going to be this one or that one. It makes it very difficult. So, I don't know. I'm going to think about, luckily we have audience participation. So I think that'll help filter it out a little bit. That as everyone votes on their favorites.
Oh, people can vote?
Yeah, 49%. And I think that's fair. I mean, hopefully there's no popularity contest stuff. I don't think so for the most part.
Oh yeah, bias and shit.
But that's why the judges have 51% of the vote, and then the other percent, the 49%, is this audience participation. And maybe someday that'll be less. Maybe it'll be 30% or something. I don't know yet. But that might be the help filter. I think what'll happen is, let's say that there's 100 worlds. Just let's say it's in worlds category only. I think maybe there'll be a lot of really good stuff, but there'll be some things that you're just like, holy crap, like you'll just like gasp that you're like, this is nuts. And those will be like maybe let's say 10%. And then from there, that'll be the difficult part. You look and say, oh crap, this is the best game ever. This is the best social world ever. Oh crap, who wins, you know? And
I wonder if you can do like a tier system where like you could have, you know, like how cars are, there's like certain types of cars for like class A, class S kind of cars. You can have like 3 different categories with like low level skill, medium level skills, and high level skills.
Actually, I thought about all kinds of different things, like things that had like more like deeper categories and stuff like that, instead of just being worlds. Yeah, this is super cool. And the problem is we didn't have enough prize. We didn't have enough prize for it. Oh yeah, flags in here would be cool.
That would be kind of cool to have like some flags flapping in the back.
Oh yeah, that would be super cool. Yeah, so
everyone's fucking swimming shorts. That's weird.
Yeah, shorts and a bike. Probably there are a lot of swimming shorts since it's probably getting wet somewhere. And actually, I don't know if there's many wet things since the water is probably a very hot commodity.
But where's all the bathrooms?
Oh, they have those.
They just poop in the tent.
Yeah, there's leaving no trace, so you got to make sure the bathroom also is like super hardcore.
You just dig a hole into the sand. And...
Nope, that's not leaving it no trace, so it's hardcore. Yeah, no, I wanted to have more categories and some other things like that. Like originally I would have liked to have had like social worlds be its own category, games be its own, but it broke down the prize pool too much. So someday, if we get in a lot more donations and things like that, we'll be able to have more categories and have more things like that. I hope to. I mean, the last contest that was in Neos, which was the Neos Creator Contest, or Content Contest, something like that. I always get it mixed up. They didn't have any categories, so that would have been a million times worse to judge like blueprints versus a really cool world. How do you even do that? That sounds like a nightmare. Oh, I do not envy the person who had to do that. And certainly people are going to get disappointed when someone's blah blah is rated over something else. 'Cause I mean.
What is probably gonna bum some people out is like some people are just fresh to Neos, like they only been in it for like a couple months compared to like someone like Portable Prime.
Well, the thing that
just makes.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I think that to approach the competition, you can't if you're playing against like I guess you're talking about like amateur like a different tiers and stuff, which would be good someday.
Yeah.
But what happens when then it gets mixed up, because what happens if one of the lower end tiers ends up having someone from higher end like come in and help them? Does that count as them being participants in it? You know, there's so many different nuances, but I would think that part of the ways to get around that is to have honorable mentions, where it's like something that was really cool, but you could see something's really cool, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's like something that was, you know, made super like crazy by crazy group. And those people get swag. Everyone gets a tag, like, so participating at all, you get to be part of the contest, which is super cool. Like that's something I think that's important. Yeah. So that's a thought. Maybe someday we'll even have like some kind of in-game swag that people make. Like once there's the artist engine, it would be cool to have people like you and others, if you're willing to ever contribute, like make some kind of very custom item that only the people that were participants could wear. That would be cool. Someday when that stuff's implemented, that would be really neat. Which reminds me, what is this thing? Oh, good. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, this is a neat place. It's an actual lake.
Cracks in the ground.
I know, they're so cool, aren't they?
I can make a material like that.
If you want, I think that based on what I was looking at, I think those only stay around for like a little bit till everyone's crunching on them, which is, by the way, that is such a, it's like stepping on leaves. There's something really therapeutic stepping on things that crunch like that.
That makes me want to watch some trophy trucks. Like, go to the desert and shit.
Oh, I'm adding.
Don't worry about it. Not plotting against humanity.
Yeah, we're not having Destroy All Electros Spies Club. Yes, I mean,
shouldn't I be the guy who was working against humanity as a robot?
Oh yeah. Dang those fleshies.
Yeah, screw them.
Oh wait.
Uh oh. You'd be, of all the people that have like a counterattack, you totally would. It would have to come out of your boobs somehow. That's how it always worked.
I shoot lasers. A laser cannon just comes out of
Is
the
someone
chest.
praised the axe from Doom Eternal?
Maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe.
This looks like a really cut down sketch version of the Bringer's axe.
It might be.
It's like a child trying to make his own game. And
Nah, it's cool. Everyone has their different levels. It's fun.
I kind of wanted to like jump off of the rock and just start like skipping along at people, like going after them. You know, like how you kind of play with Legos and you just kind of make them like walk. That's what I wanted to do.
Oh, speaking of Legos,
it's like
I have something to show you all that I forgot to add into the Blockbuster world.
My feet just started screaming thinking about that.
Here we go. Look at this.
Feet.
Oh, Vigil.
Oh, that's cool.
That was made for the Memories world, since Vigil made. And here's super cool about it.
Does it woof?
No. Pretty cool. So I need to put that into the Blockbuster world because that was their memory, which is pretty cool. I modeled it in Blender. Cute.
No, it's still doing it. Okay, I'm gonna look at the material.
Yeah, sometime I want to hear what you had to say over there when we're not on stream. I'd love to hear about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so the reverse engineering of the hardware, it's on whole not an issue. No, I got a really stupid idea how to maybe being able to do like face tracking thanks to the new WebSocket thingy.
Oh.
And Peter was like, yeah, this surely would be, we should be able to do that. So do you know about a program called OpenCV?
What is it?
OpenCV.
Yeah, actually I do.
Oh, why?
Yep.
So there's a couple of projects are also included in this library for facial tracking.
Do you want me to not be around for this conversation though? Is this special top secret stuff?
It's not. It's open source. It's an open source project. So
yeah, but implementation of what you're wanting to do, which by the way, that might be your MMC entry. That's going to be something
I
in
was
NEOS.
at some point actually considering maybe that.
Yeah,
First
that's
of all, I need to get a working prototype, but yeah,
holy
it
crap.
could be usable.
Oh my God, you made that in here. That's definitely going to be a contender for high up there. I bet like people will be pretty excited about it.
Yeah, and another thing I still maybe need to ask Chris about in terms of performance is, remember, or did you ever see how much blend shapes you need to? I'm pretty sure Pablo maybe knows how many blend shapes you need to set up for like a full facial tracking thingy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's like 20.
Holy crap.
Exactly. At that point, I was kind of like, oh, wait a second. All these face tracking things already do like vector point tracking things of all the individual tracking points.
Yeah.
Which make me think, is it actually better to use all these blend shapes instead of bones for the face like mocap does?
Probably.
Wouldn't at this point it be much more versatile to actually use a full face rig with bones instead?
Oh, I don't know.
That's one of the things.
Bones are more heavier for optimization, though, because
Yeah.
it's more weight paint and
That's
stuff,
true.
which would be kind of hard.
But then again, I think you get my point because all the
Yeah.
more racing games do that. For example, like Final Fantasy or even The Last of Us. If you actually take a look at like the game files, all the figures still contain the full functional mocap skeleton.
Interesting.
So even the character models you're driving with the gamepad and stuff like that, everything is still using the motion capture rig.
Well,
which is a couple hundreds of bones.
That's interesting. So if they're doing that, are they actually using all of that in the engine, and how are they keeping it from like being so heavy?
Of course, they're going to do some dynamic switching here and there. It's kind of like an LED system. For example, Red Dead Redemption 2, one of the player models has around 960 bones. Which in this case is actually 3 rigs. So there's one rig for like the normal play animation stuff. There's of course one for physics interactions, and there's a third one for like cinematic things.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So depending on what type of scene is playing or how close the camera is and what you're seeing and stuff like that, they're more or less dynamically switching the things in between.
Wow, someday Neos, that would be interesting to have that in Neos, like different worlds that it would like almost like LOD of like rigs.
I'm pretty sure Frooks is aware of stuff like that, and he already has an idea how to do that. I mean, at some point you will consider adding like a fully dynamic LED system.
Hold on.
Hold on. Which already would introduce a lot of performance improvements.
And I'm sorry about that. I was thinking that was a picture from a distance. I undid those movements. My bad.
That's all right.
So we're over there.
Yeah, I saw it over there, and that's so small. I was like, I gotta move those pictures towards me. I'm like, oh crap, that's not a picture. What is this? Okay, good.
This almost looks like a depth image.
It does. That's it. In some ways, it kind of is using the dust. Kind of turns it into a depth image, really.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's how I make depth images in Blender.
In the front.
Oh, what? Use fog?
Yeah, it's like I have a node for like rendering stuff in Blender, and there's like a fog volume, and then I can actually adjust it. So yeah.
That's super interesting.
It kind of works. So
I thought there was a way to automatically see the Z depth in Blender. There's like some kind of trick to do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a lot easier. I was doing it before I knew about that, like the hard way.
You don't even know what I would give for like a profiler, like Unity natively has in the editor for Neos, to could actually more or less see in real time which is performance heavy.
Oh, I know. Oh man, tell me about it. That's like everyone's wish list.
Had already a pretty lengthy conversation about that with Frooks and all the problems, of course, which go hand in hand with that approach.
Yeah.
You need, first of all, you need a really beefy PC for that because of just the sheer amount of overhead of data.
Oh, that makes sense.
And it's such a deeply rooted functionality you need to build up from the ground. So we are sadly not going to get that anytime soon.
Here you go.
Again,
this is a world you might want to check out. This is a performance test that you might want to go into sometime. It has about 4 to 10 million polygons in there, and there's mesh colliders on everything. everything you look at.
Did you ever go to like my Stormwind map I imported?
Yeah.
Then we can talk.
Oh yeah, you already know about this. You already totally understand like the limitations and what works and doesn't. I was just doing this to test to see what Neos's limitations were, and it's mainly through the viewfinder that the poly count's an issue. Nothing's baked in this.
I mean, we got so much potential just for like the update from the physics engine thing. Just changing the engine itself would already contribute a lot of stuff, and then there's a shit ton of culling things Fuchs can still do, which would also even more greatly improve the performance in Neos. But then again,
even without that though, that's what I was so shocked on this, because at first I was like, oh man, don't ever bring high poly stuff in here. Well, not so much. It depends on what you do and how reasonable the high poly is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Same as always. As long as everything is static and there's no real-time interaction going on, it's not an issue at all.
Yep, it's nuts. I didn't expect that. I thought it was a little bit. Yeah. I have two things like this and a tree which just has instancing and no colliders and stuff in certain areas.
Yeah, and another note, for like my last 3 weeks of vacation, I wanted to be much more productive, but instead I watched like a hill full of presentations, accumulate even more knowledge about how shaders and then some engine stuff works. And now I'm sitting here being kind of like, I don't want these restrictions. I want to make my own shaders in here.
Oh man, tell me about it. I want shaders so bad in here. Like, you can do some cool stuff with these, but I'd love to have a lot of things. Or who were we talking to? Was it you and I, Purple, or someone? No, it was Electra. Us talking about just having access to one shader where you could mess with each channel. Just something where you can mess with each channel within like a PBS.
Exactly. I mean, right now we got like the color map thingy, but what we may wanna have in the future is like, instead of just tinting, actually have channels where you can plug in other shaders into the channels.
Oh my god, yes please.
Which still would be it's a thing we need for like the terrain system, because that would be like the last resort in terms of feature which you would need for a terrain engine, blending of textures based on of course gray maps and the different color channels, stuff like that.
Have you thought about writing out like what a perfect shader would be for you that would be reasonable? Something that's PBS probably, I'm assuming. Like what you want with channels, and proposing it to Fuchs.
I try to sit down and do that, but let's just say as soon as I start writing, it's kind of like, oh, I got an idea. Oh, I got an idea.
Oh no! Oh no! We'll have to have a good concentration day.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem I got is like the butterfly thingy, where it's like, oh, that's a really nice feature. Let's look that up, and then just going somewhere around this corner of the thing, being like, oh, where did I start?
True. You don't mind following me over this way? I'm going to clean up some of the stuff while we're chatting. That way I can.
Of course.
I want shortcuts.
What happened here? Oh.
I mean, the other thing I'm kind of worried about is I'm not sure why my queue is not really processing or progressing in any way. There's a lot of assets still queued up
right now.
And
in here?
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no! I hope the bug's not back. Let me ask some other people that popped in.
Yeah, it is back.
Oh no! It's happened again.
Oh no!
That means I'm gonna have to reset everything. Crap.
Yeah, which is one of the things why I more or less constantly look at like a debug dialog to see if there's something building up in the background, but there's no progress at all. A couple of like the models or textures, it's just frozen in place.
I have to report this. What do you think is the best place to? What would monitor this information the best? Do you think? What would?
I mean, the problem as always with that is if you got no real lead where to look, then this is going to be an issue. And it's so big. It's such a broad spectrum at that point. It of course it could be the headless server. There could be a queuing issue. Maybe it's something like the networking queue thingy. I don't know.
Well, when I reset the server, that fixes it. That's one thing. So I reset the headless, and it fixes the problem.
So the problem, as always, seems to be that for whatever reason, the queue can't progress at a certain point.
Mm.
Don't know about that one.
Which makes me wonder if there's some kind of lockup bug going on.
Is autosave enabled? Because I had a couple of issues with the autosave function of the headless service.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you mean kind of like maybe it's not able to write down all the data, and this is actually preventing the rest of the system from progressing? Could be.
Maybe. That's.
I mean, I also had that happen a couple of times where there was a lockup with assets at some point. I either just rejoined the world, or like Rukia does all the time, save, restart the world, and everything is back to normal.
That's what I have to do, basically.
I mean, how long has this session been running now?
It's only been running this version again for what, like 2 to 4 hours? No. 2 or 3 hours since the reset.
Which I was about to say that's not much.
No, that's what's weird. It's not normally. Normally, I could when it's running really well. As far as the queue stuff, we could have no problems for entire 5 hours plus, easy. And I'm only doing this because new users coming and have this problem, and that's no good.
At least you don't have the issue with what I have with my world. People can't join my world anymore after curtain time.
I don't know. That's the thing is I've heard some people crashing, and I can't tell whether they are or not because I have to have someone message me to let me know.
As always, the problem with these kinds of problems is try to find the cause of that.
Right.
There's so many possibilities what could cause that.
Yeah.
A lot of times video does the nasty stuff, but
yeah, Rukio actually did pin down some of the issues with the video player crashing some people.
Oh, nice.
Which then again was really interesting. At the end, it was so basic that no one actually thought about this being a problem.
What was it?
So it was actually a problem with the native. One problem was with the native video player from Unity itself, and the other thing was a really basic problem with VLC. But then again, it was I think it was like 1 or 2 lines Fuchs had to change or just update, and after that it was completely
nuts.
Gone. But then again, trying to find that, pin down that this one specific issue, that's the hard part, and it always will be.
Yeah.
The hard part for me is I have no clue how I can fix it.
All right, it's going to be time to
up
reset the world in a minute.
As soon as I get my headset, that I will reboot the complete world.
So the question is, can you actually see the current saving state of the world, if it actually did save?
You can have something fire, like right now I'm trying to save, personally, and it's not really saving so well. It's just locking up, but I can save the headless and it should be fine. It has been previously, so. All right, everyone, I'm going to save soon. So we're going to be closing down the world again. We're getting that bug again where everyone's assets are just going up and up and up and up, unfortunately.
And other bugs, obviously, as you have found.
Nuts. And this one.
I mean, at least this community is pretty open for stuff like that. If I consider how many really hateful comments I have read over all these years about early access game titles.
Oh, yeah.
And instead of getting into actually testing a title or engaging with the developer and asking for features, giving some reasonable feedback, people are constantly complaining about, why did I pay money for that? Why is everything broken?
I think that's kind of says something about the community. You're right. It says, oh, wait, I should add these in, too. They're still loading up for me also. And these are,
like I said, if you got my public folder, there's, just take it from there.
What's this? I can't see it yet, so I'll wait.
Yeah, that's a photo someone made from the pile of
cool
particles to show it, and it was also the test if the queue is doing something.
Yeah. All right.
Try to next apartment this week.
All right. I'm gonna
go upstairs and
let this person know that closing the world down.
Headset, I can be upstairs and have my base for it.
Hey, Dr. Frank. We're going to be closing the world down and resetting it. We're getting some queuing issues as far as the amount of stuff.
Nice.
But so it should be back up in like about 10-15 minutes. Ooh, I like what you're doing there.
that's good.
That looks awesome.
I actually wasn't doing this for the creator jam. This is just how I look.
Oh, it looks great.
It's just about fire, right?
Yeah, you're like a lava on
I was
fire.
about to say, for
count?
some, for
Am I
some
done?
other reason, this actually fits the theming.
Yeah.
Yeah, long story short, I had 2 arms. I left one of them at Walmart when I was getting groceries, so I had to get a new one.
No, it happens. Yeah, in there.
Yeah. Yeah, good. They're gonna laugh at me.
It looks so good.
Thank you. Don't worry. I made a worse looking version, and then Gearbell basically made this version for me.
Nice.
Let me fix
Oh, well.
that for you.
Yeah.
Oh, I had no object groups. Okay.
Well, I'll see you guys shortly.
I was just hitting the double up arrow and it wasn't going anywhere.
All right, everyone, we're gonna have to do another 10-minute break as we wait for everything to reset. Unfortunately, now these bugs happen. That's all we can do. So thank you for being patient on stream, and as always, it's nice to see you all. And I will see you all shortly. And we'll have this bug squashed again, or well, temporarily diverted. Hydro Grade stop being made for the NFC? Yeah, check out this. You got what's someone's making for the competition, one of the things. What? What I'm wearing? My ugly boxers?
Yes, ugly boxers.
Yeah, man, it's so comfortable. Like, doing my thing. Purple's making this into an avatar. Look at it so far.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh shit.
This is all made for themselves.
Ah, that looks
That
cool.
Super badass.
That looks pretty cool.
And people will wear these type of avatars. They're neat, huh?
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, everyone, I'm back. So, we're getting there, slowly but surely. And as I've been cleaning up the world, depending on how easygoing it is, maybe I'll be able to participate some. Either way, it should be pretty nice. And it's starting to shape up. So I will see you all shortly, and we're going to go jump in the world now. Doop, doop, doop. Great. What is this? What's this doing here? Interesting. Maybe something Peter's built? Not sure. How's everybody doing on stream? How do you all doing? Okay. What is this stuff? Oh, there's the photo. Looks like we got some random. Let's see where this leads. There's a couple other slots just hanging out. Okay. Well, time to start building. Oh. That should definitely be kept there. Dangerous. It's beautifully dangerous. Let's keep it right there hanging out. There. Probably add these materials in here. Great. Let's do this. Yay. Okay. Sun is rising. That's okay. That there. Okay. Oh, they left a mess behind. That's right. No trace. Drink. Cleaned. Let's see. Grab this out. Great. What is this stuff? Nope. What is this? Oh, damn. Okay. What is this thing? Huh. Okay. It's time to start adding to it. All right. So if I came into here, I'd want to see something this way. So I'm going to build right here. Get some nice spinners on things. Need a pyramid shape, I think. So let's start with the... I'm really into the geometric stuff, so let's play around with that. That's right, I'll go into the primitives if there's no pyramids. CryGem public, go to 3D models, primitives. Make something really beautiful with this stuff. I think I really dig this one better. So I'll make a very small version first just to see. Oh, we have a UV mapped one too. Cool. Wonderful. And so the start will be just to see how things look in some kind of small freeform pattern. And we need to have some light in here because it's nighttime and it's kind of... There we go. Okay. Let's draw out something really random. So from the tip, maybe things are rotating, breathing, rotating. Okay. Or should it be more of this? Totally two pyramids. There's no question about that. Let's make sure it's UV map. Oh. Let's see what type of, which ones of these were the UV mapped ones, because I totally already donked that up. Nope. Nope. Yep. Yep. Okay. Pancakes. Okay. So let's dupe this out. Use the duplicator tip on this one. Okay. All right. Probably should have shrunk it down first, but oh. So basically, let's rotate this some more. No, I'm not feeling those. Turn off the lights. It's getting light out again. Okay. Spherical. Maybe cubes. Cubes might be the way to go for this one. Let's resize this cube. Actually, I'm doing this all wrong. If I want to build a cube that way, I should just be tiny. Darn it. And of course I lose my tip. It's my tiny tip. Oh well. All right. There we go. Really? Didn't realize they're always default to size. Fine. Just do it this way. This also works. Got it. Maybe a little tinier, actually. Yeah, like orbiting asteroids. Yep. Hey, Electrospy.
Are you really all alone in this world right now?
Yeah. So I'm just working on stuff.
I was looking at the list, being like, wait a second, is he really alone? It's kind of sad.
Ah, I don't mind.
But then again, I mean, looking at the time, it's already 1:20 a.m., so I should be asleep for at least like 2 hours by now.
Yeah, let's see. We have 89 users online. So whenever everything has to take a break, people kind of scatter to different worlds, which is normal.
I mean, which is a good thing, fuels some energy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically, what I like to do during these type of things is clean up world, possibly even work on stuff. And so I thought I'll make a space right now that's a pyramid, and then has this pyramid up here rotates these cubes. It'll be kind of like the space in the space area that what is the new world that you open up? What's called? What's the name of that? I always forget its name. I don't use it. The space world. It'll have like these rotating around it, and then you can go inside, and then things happen that are different or out there. That's my thoughts. And then from there, I'll make some other stuff. This is more geometric, playing mainly with spinners, I think. And just start adding to like little art pieces and art environments. Maybe make a giant tree that's climbable. That has all kinds of weird, trippy stuff on it. I don't know. I haven't thought.
I mean, it's an artistic process, just smashing things together and see where it takes you.
Yeah, I don't get to do that. I normally have like a lot of plans in place or other stuff, so it's fun just to tinker. Hey.
Hey.
And so I should just duplicate this, make it ungrabbable. originally this was a little sketch, but I think I'll start building off of this little tiny sketch now. So, what other things you've been tinkering with lately? What are the cool things you've been doing? You always have something you're doing.
You always make it sound like I constantly do things.
It's true, you do, and that's awesome. Like you're either researching or doing, right?
I mean,
See, you're like, oh no, I'm just. Of
I mean,
course.
you have seen this image, I'm pretty sure, didn't you?
No, I haven't seen this one.
So this is a really cut down version of like a DIY tracker. So this more or less can almost do the same thing as the Vive tracker.
What? And no one's
But,
made
like,
these yet?
Which is one of the things that really surprised me. So, like always, I did a shit ton of research about this topic, and I was kind of wondering. So the problem actually seems to be with the second generation of Lighthouse and how it actually does perform like the positional tracking things. Because getting things to track with Gen 1 is actually pretty easy. You can make a trackable device for around like $3.5 dollars or so with Gen 1.
That's really
But
cool.
as soon as you go to like the second generation, there's a lot of overhead of data. So in the first generation, for example, there's like two sweeps, one going from top to bottom and one from either left to right or right to left. And in between these sweeps, there's like a syncing pulse. So your device actually knows, oh, if this flashes, there's now coming two new data streams from one of the stations, and I can use that to calculate my position. The problem with the new station is because there's no syncing flash anymore, and the beams are at like a 55-degree angle now. All the devices don't know what to do if it's the old system. And the new system actually does contain information and data in the sweeps instead of doing everything completely wireless. So your device constantly gets like sweeps from all sides and doesn't know which of the tracking stations it actually belongs to.
How
But
does it
there's a
determine
lot
it
of
in general? What's their tricks to determine which ones are which in the second generation?
So one of the reasons why all of these devices are so expensive or have a really low runtime in terms of battery life is because there's like a FPGA inside there, which does do
What's
all the
that?
calculations. An FPGA is a microcontroller you can program to do calculations like it is made completely in hardware.
I see.
You basically can tell the chip how it is designed in software, which makes it really fast if it's a repetitive task. So if you only do calculate like a position all the time, it's really fast. And the good thing about that is the only thing you're getting from all the trackers or even the controllers is just the finished data. So your PC only has to display it. Because everything else is done in these things. The problem with that is, of course, you need a lot of computing power, which makes these things pretty expensive. So if you build a thing like I did here, which I think this is around like $7 or so, and pretty dumb, it would work with Gen 1, but not with Gen 2, because this processor is just not fast enough for calculating the position. So,
How much do trackers normally cost per, like 200 per or like 100 per?
So a Gen 2 tracker, at least in Germany, costs around like 120 or so.
Do you think you could find something with enough power to make it something like that otherwise?
There is actually some open source projects who do exactly that, but like I said, all of them are sadly Gen 1. Because no one has completely decrypted what is sent in the light beams.
Well, it looks like that sounds like a challenge that you would like personally.
There's actually like one guy who did as a one-man army in one afternoon completely decrypted the file protocol from Gen 1. Which really impressed one of the main devs for the Lighthouse tracking system at Valve. And he is... I'm not sure if he completely stopped with that, but I think at least for 1 year straight he was trying to reverse engineer the tracking system and make it completely open source. But at some point, all the projects I found are suddenly stopped. I have no clue why. I think they either got like hired by another company, or they lost interest because there was no progression going on from other companies. I mean, if you think about it, there's literally only like one company right now making these trackers.
Yeah, that does make it very, very limited. I wonder what you. Ooh.
Which makes me really sad at some point. I mean, if there would at least be more competition for that, but no one seems to be interested in that because there's, at least from their point of view, no money to be made.
Makes sense. I mean, VR is already very limited, and then to have oops, I didn't want to do that. And then you have an even more limited crowd that wants that kind of thing. For now, at least.
Yeah,
There
and
we
of
go.
course you still got all the issues with which come with if you do a DIY thingy or a tinkery thing. There's not much you need to consider because it's for like personal projects. But as soon as
Yeah.
you make a commercially product, there's just so many things you need to consider. Of course, supply chains. Even if you don't do like worldwide shipping for the product, there's also overseen feature which is the customer support, which people are constantly complaining about, but no one really thinks about how to make it better or make it efficient, which without being wasteful. So.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And not to mention, with this type of stuff, if it's third party, you have to deal with updates and updates possibly breaking the
Exactly.
stuff.
So this is me just drinking around, doing some testing, having a lot of problems with a lot of drifting because there's no optical sync with the system. Everything is completely just relative movement, which makes this prone to error, of course, over a couple of hours. But then again, I'm pretty sure if the whole system only costs under $200 or so for like 25 tracking points, and you just need to do like a T-pose every 2 hours or so, I'm pretty sure people would still do that.
Oh yeah, they would. I mean, especially like people that have specific use case. Like, what if there's some dancers or other things that they
exactly
you just want to have something that's in it. With Generation 1, I mean, could you? What about setting up your own light stations instead of using the light stations they have, having custom light stations? Would that work? Having instead.
The problem, as always, is there's like only a really small margin of error for things like that.
Oh.
So all the base stations are actually pre-calibrated in factory.
Oh wow!
I mean, of course, the process at that point is somewhat automated on their part. I'm pretty sure there's no one sitting there going like over a couple of hundreds of these each day and just to fix things. But then again, as always, it's user experience. And if you're if you're the actual end consumer, the less you have to do and the more the system does do for you, the more work has gone into prior to that.
That makes sense. Like basically a lot of pre-testing and everything else.
Yeah. Which is one of the things which kind of keeps holding me up in like a thinking loop, how to redo the editor for these sound cubes. Because I'm sitting there being like, oh, it would be really nice to have this, and this feature, but then I need to make a tutorial how to use it. So how do I redesign the thing so no introduction is needed?
That's interesting. So now you're trying to like, yeah, well, that's funny. Well, you could also make the tutorial in world like that. It's just like you explaining it. There's a previous world where Anomalous kind of shows the working process. You could do the same type of thing.
I mean, that's more or less what I did with my MMC world. There's almost nothing in there, just a couple of flying around logics things. But then again, at least it is something.
And you can still submit that. I hope that it's more than that, but you can.
I just wanted that.
Let's see. Wiggler or Wobbler? Oh, man. Hold on.
I mean,
Wiggler is scale, right? Or no, Wobble is scale. Oh, crap. Wiggler's... Man. Every time it gets me.
Wobbler should be like doing this, while a wiggler is just moving. At least that's how I would understand that.
There we are. Now we're going to have a wiggler and a spinner. I don't know if you can do that, actually, so this is fun test.
But you're speaking about documentation, thinking about components and logics nodes. I mean, that's another hot pill to swallow. If you have a program or a platform which is constantly changing, if you have no automatic generating for any kind of documentation, it's gonna be really hard to keep up with that.
Mm-hmm. It's not doing anything. I have to turn off. I guess all the spinners need to be off. Don't know enough about this.
So what you're trying to do?
I'm just seeing if I can wiggle something that's on an axis aligner, which probably not. Maybe if I put it one step above, that might work. Let's try that out. Let's add it.
I think the problem is if you use any kind of aligner, it's already driving like at least one of the three things.
Yeah.
And if you actually want to change the position, which is driving, of course, the position, then the alignment tool is already taking care of that. So you may need to add like a new origin just for that.
That's what I was doing. Yep, figured I could do that and start
Stack the
messing with it.
layers.
Totally. Just keep cramming these up together.
I'm still concerned that all the particles didn't sync, but then again, could also be an issue on my
Oh
side.
no, I deleted them.
No, not the ones I spawned in here. The Giba was also telling me that she had a problem with a thing I sent her over the chat.
Oh, huh.
I don't hope that some of my inventory folders get lost like last time. That would be really sad.
Oh no. There we are. Now we're getting somewhere I want to be. Yeah. Turn that into 1. Yeah, there we are. Maybe start doing something like this. What happens if I make them go all directions? Yeah, I'm feeling. Yeah, there we are. That's good. Except maybe make them even slower. Something pretty slow. 0.2. 0.2.
So techno, how many of these are loaded for you? Is it only as previously?
Same as last time.
Same as last time. Okay, now let's.
Which I don't get. What the fuck is wrong with the queue?
Turn on a spinner.
Is it not syncing my image?
Oh, there we are. That's more what I want to see. Yes. Then I'll duplicate this out, have it reversing a direction, and yeah, now we're getting some more geometric stuff that's fun.
Transparent.
We should have something scaling in and out.
There's nothing there for me.
What? Why? What?
No, there's nothing there. I had these issues with my Atlas service as well. There's people trying to show something and it just doesn't sync for some reason.
There we are. Now we're getting
looking
somewhere.
at my dashboard, there's also like the issue of not having any currency. It's completely blank.
There we are. That's more something that's interesting. The materials are ugly, but the point is to get the movement going.
If it's just a technical demo at that point, it's totally fine. I wouldn't really worry about that.
Oh no, I love shaders. Like I'm with you. Like probably that's besides world building, I think that's one of my top favorite things is playing around with shaders. I really like. It's like painting.
You're gonna laugh at my next comment. If you got a couple of minutes of your free time,
yeah, sure.
Taking a look at like some of the dev talks from GDC.
Mm-hmm. I won't be able to look at them now, but I'd like to see it.
Some really interesting ones about how they achieve certain types of graphical effects and how to actually keep the uses of resources really low, or like mobile devices.
Nice. Yeah, send those along to me. I'm always interested in seeing that kind of stuff.
Could put the same brickler on each cube that you spot out to make them move as well.
What's that?
On the center point. Like the same that you had on your little dish, but on the actual cubes. Which
off?
Will make them brickle as well. No, it's fine.
What do you
just
say?
throw it.
What are you saying?
Just throw it in the air. Never mind.
Can you explain it a little more? No. I'd like to hear. Please.
Strawberry.
Let's see. And then I was thinking about having another couple layers of this, like two rings, and so they're all kind of but they'll all rotate in different directions. I think that might be nice. And then from there, I'll go into a different material for them all. Oops. Cubes. Dupe this out 3 times. Okay.
All the tumbleweeds just strolling around.
And interesting, these are all still rotating together. I need to change that.
So is the toast gonna go up in flames?
Yeah, except we have to have a good audience, so it's gonna be like 2.5 hours. So we might make it later, if depending on the, or sooner depending on the, well, not sooner, but later. But that's how it always goes here. Like jams will become really empty and then packed, and so it just all depends. It's a lot of times when a world closes, everyone jumps one place to another. It's like party hopping or bar hopping. That too. Totally. Let's get that spinner going for some of these. Make it go.
Stupid time zones.
Right? I know. Once we're all living in VR, it'll be a little easier because we just won't have a real. Let's see. Let's change the speed to +20 for some. That's what I wanted to see. Oh, that's looking nicer already.
I mean, I'm so not sure how stuff like different time speeds for things like the interception would actually work, because this would also mean if the simulation you're in is actually running faster than real life, even just a 5-minute break for a toilet gonna cost you like a couple of hours.
Oh yeah, that's when you get in a whole different other thing that's kind of interesting. It's like, what do you do with all that? There we are. I don't know if I really need 2 of these. I don't know. I mean, 3 of them. I don't know. Do you think 3 is a little too much? I'm kind of debating on it. Unless I shift up.
I mean, I would say it kind of depends on what effect you're going for.
Yeah, I guess it works. Yeah. Especially when there's other materials on this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like the effect, actually. Especially when they're translucent.
I wonder how this would look if you do like 2 intersecting materials.
Ooh, yeah, I was thinking like an additive or multiply on it. So actually, let's start. It's time to start playing with just the basic material and turn it into some interesting stuff. So I have to wait till there's actual light out, or I can't get a clear color change.
Sun, get out of here.
Yeah, it looks good that way. I kind of thought it would be. Let's try an alpha first before we do any additive stuff. Oh crap. I knew my controller's battery would die. Okay. No. I get it. It's shut me out of being able to see anything because Oculus likes to do that instead of just making it so my controller doesn't work. Thanks. Thanks. That's all right. There we go. Yeah,
I feel kind of sad for actually needing to leave, but looking at the time and me actually having to get up at least 6 hours from now.
You're nuts. No sleep for you ever.
It's not kind of like that. It's more like, where the fuck do I have to work? I want to do something else. I want to be creative instead of sitting in front of a PC and doing office work things.
Well, when are you going to make the transition into VR work, you think?
I actually have no clue. Honestly, I have no clue. I mean, at this point, I'm just, as Alex was saying, I'm one of the guys who does like really a lot of things, but never really finishes a project, so that's not a good thing to go for.
That's true. Yeah, maybe additive and turn it down a lot. Turn down the brightness a lot. It feels like it's just not there yet. It needs a little more oomph. I want to say the oomph is actually adding 3 more layers to it, but Yeah, I'm doing that. That's what's happening. Hopefully I don't crush everyone's performance. I don't know what level of performance with all this processing for people it is.
I mean, at this point, the objects are still static. There's no collision going on, so you should be fine.
All right, it's time to do this then. Let's do that. Add.
And most of the stuff is also run on the GPU, so we should also be fine.
All right. Group.
But yeah, what's your take on the new 30 series from NVIDIA?
I don't know enough about it other than the price point seems fantastic.
I mean, for the amount of performance we get, I'm still kind of salty about some of the comments, and of course, because all of them are just coming from one source right now, which is the company who makes the product.
Right, that's too easy. Everything's always promised to be better, bigger. Manufacturing's perfect. Definitely, there's not going to be any type of price gouging or any others. Yeah, right. Totally.
Of course.
All right, now.
But then again, I still wonder what AMD is gonna have to offer.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, I'm doing more. I knew that would help.
Oh, Niels, a release not fixed. Please update ASAP. Let's have a look at what this actually does. Yeah, there was just an update released. Which?
Oh, I like that a lot. I like that already.
So let's see what does.
I almost like this more than any of the other stuff. Let's now shoot this with it, because why not? No, let's not do that and pretend like I did. Okay, there we are.
Oh,
yeah.
It actually is an update for all the syncing issues we're having right now. Let me quote that. Pushing out an important hotfix for local assets, textures, meshes, audio, and video, not getting uploaded to the cloud. I recommend updating ASAP. This build is compatible with the current one. When you launch, all changed items and words since the last build will be resynced, uploading all missing assets from your local database.
Oh no.
Which actually seems to be the problem with all the stuff I set up the last 2 days. Nice. And at the same time, bad for this world, maybe?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, nuts. So, does that mean I save again? And oh man,
I'm saving mine.
I really hope this is gonna fix my texture and assets issues I had for like a couple days now. It's really frustrating updating all this stuff, having everything be completely fine on your side, then you try to give it away to another person and nothing syncs.
Yep, I've been there. All right, well, I'm saving this world out, I guess. Nuts! Oh, we just got back up and running. But things are fixed. So.
And I could make another sarcastic comment about another VR platform. Kind of feels like that, but then again, we're not gonna hate on other platforms here. We welcome them.
But at least it's getting fixed.
Yeah.
Let's see. Nuts. Well, I'm so happy. I'm gonna randomize these a little bit more, and they're gonna do their own thing. What would make
just make it glow.
Yeah, like a buzz. Except if I was really getting anal about it, which I would like to, it would breathe in and out. Like go like that. That kind of like a refractive material that was kind of going in and out of like vision. That would be cool. Wouldn't take too much. I might.
You just reminded me of. Chris, you just reminded me of another project. So many years, so many times, so last time.
I know what you mean. I totally understand. Okay, I better see how Anomalous is doing and probably reset the world if he's okay with it.
Once again.
Nuts. Hey, Anomalous, did you hear the announcement?
I did not.
So possibly some of our syncing issues, they just fixed it. They made a hot fix that's currently compatible.
Oh.
But they said to update it as soon as possible. So I think I might be resetting the world again. It's looking good, by the way. I like how it's a little bit more miniature. That's fun.
That's actual size. I used correct measurements.
Oh, neat.
Real life measurements.
Then we're just giants.
No, we're the right size. It's just not huge. You know, you don't want a huge thing when you're trying to hide from the heat.
That's a good point. Interesting. I thought that.
I don't know if the cot is the right size. The cot might be a little small. But
I didn't realize that it was. I thought it was taller.
Yeah.
Like tent size.
no, they're made out of 4x8 foot sheets of foam board.
That's smart. That's easier to transport.
Standard building sizes. That's the size they come in. So from the store.
Man, that's not. And those probably aren't too pricey, are they?
No, I think it's. I forget, like $20 a panel or something. So you have like $150 in it or something. So
compared to tents and everything else. Nice. Very nice. Did you use tape to like a special type of tape to construct it together?
The real one, yes. I used some high strength tape for all the seams.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, this one is just primitive. So.
Right. Yeah, the seams are already pretty good in here. You don't have to worry about it. No digital dust getting in this one yet. Okay, well, I'll reset it.
All right.
And thanks for being patient on it. And I'll see you.
That's fine. I'm glad that they have a fix for some of the issues.
So we're going to. There's some issues that are going to be fixed, so we'll be resetting world. I'll see you all very shortly.
Is there even anyone left?
Well, looks like we'll have to do this again, and let's do it. So everyone, I'll be back on stream, hopefully less than 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. I want to make this one really quick. Oh wait, I got to reset too, crap. We'll be shutting down stream and restarting it. So restarting stream. Crap. So I will see you all soon. Mm-hmm.